Episode 40. We had the big 4-0 tonight. Strange Awakenings. Strange Awakenings.
Means we get rest.
Yep. And when we wake up, it's going to be real weird.
How good it is, right? How all the crap has gone away. That'd be strange.
It would be strange. Everything's gone.
That's where we actually won. That's what it was.
It's over.
That's the final fight.
Vanishing's
Right.
over.
Vanishing's over. You're back on the surface. Well, that would be weird for Gralrez, I guess. I mean, that would be strange. Yeah.
Back on the surface for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So, previously on The Vanishing, so we've been trying to end this terrible curse that this cult is trying to blanket the land with, which will make everybody forget everything about themselves and cause this terrible end of the world with, no one's minds intact. So we've gone way down deep in the Underdark, and down and down and down some more, and down a spiral, and then down through strange doors, and then down this tunnel, and we just keep going down, down, down. At one point, we slid down a slide, and it was a lot of fun. And then last time we had finally gotten to where or I guess 2 times ago, maybe 3 times ago, I don't know. It's hard to keep track of time in the Underdark.
Exactly.
We thought we were at this certain time in the prophecy where we would discover secret, and we did, but we don't know what it is. And
Alien won't explain that to any of us.
He did explain it. We saw the thing. We're not sure which thing we saw was the thing, but one of them was the thing that we were hoping to see. And then we rested for a little while, and we came to this big room full of all sorts of nasty, terrible things, and our meticulous battle plan went perfectly. We formed a line. It did not scatter. I did not have to fireball Dak, because everything went perfect.
You didn't have to fireball.
We killed our hero.
I had to.
Yeah, killed the leader of our party.
Fallen hero.
But you did.
Yeah, but I did. But we pulled off. We pulled off surviving this thing and destroying everybody, and then a very bloody Efilas joined us after we were done, of course, and told us about some, I don't know, a couple minor monsters that he had fought off or something, and we were very impressed by his story, and then we decided to try to rest before continuing on down.
Hey, Efilas.
Such a nerd magic. Nerd magic. Yep.
Also known as magic.
It's nerd magic. It's nerd magic. You have to study, nerd.
You have to suck up to your friend.
I don't have to. I don't even. My friend's not even talking to me right now. But yeah, so we were trying to. We kind of looked around.
You can't even say the name of correctly.
I can't. What? I can.
BT dubs.
I can. What? I absolutely can. Which friend are we talking about?
You're stalling.
Wait, are we talking about which friend? I don't talk to Salune. I talk to Sarandiel. So I have an intermediary. Anyway, we explored these other 3 passages a little bit to try and figure out which one was the right one to go. We have no idea. So we're probably just going to pick one. Wherever Wigbit feels is the right one. That's where we'll go.
Guaranteed to be the right. I mean, it led us here, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I haven't picked wrong yet.
Nope.
Right.
So,
Big chamber seems important.
So we're going to see what happens when we try to sleep, and then continue on somewhere further, probably down.
Yeah. So probably yeah. So before we get to the I did a print issue of Gralrez. Still had somebody that was with you. This thing had been with your brain for a while, and so at some point, as you're getting ready to rest, you know that you can it's time to make a charisma save, and if you make a charisma save, you will push whatever it is out. And essentially, you can do this like every round. So essentially, eventually, you would make the save if you desire. You do know though, if you make the save, there is some collateral brain damage that comes along with it, if you will. Like you know that it's something's firmly attached, and it's going to it might hurt a little bit to push it out. So I'm telling you that before you start the rest, and then if you decide, you know what, I don't really want to have any damage done right now, so I'm gonna let it just stay where it is. That's fine. If you decide to push it out, we can say you eventually make the save. Like we don't have to keep rolling dice until you make it. We can just say you made the save at some point, and I can roll the damage, and it can be out. So I guess I'll pause there for a second and say, what would you do?
Well, every time we get it out and then we rest, it comes back, doesn't it?
That happened when y'all short rested, and then it happened when y'all were in the magically dark, twisting passageway. So
I don't want it in there. I want it out.
Yep.
you want it out?
I'm gonna do my 10-minute ritual to heal a little bit first, but then I want it out.
You know. Okay, so my guess is the damage is probably irrelevant for reasons that I'll explain, but I'll roll it just for the sake of game. So eventually you push it out and you take... Damn. Where was that Yahtzee? 16 psychic damage.
All right, Grelrez falls unconscious.
Oh,
Are you
good.
outside alone?
I'm assuming this is before, like, you know, because it takes Efilas 10 minutes to set up the barrier that he puts up.
And it took 10 minutes for Grelrez to drink the potion, and then about 65 seconds after that, he passes out.
Yeah, so he falls over, like, blood, like, yeah. So...
No, that one must have been a sleeping potion.
I go over
Very
here and
good.
stabilize him.
No, he's not breathing.
Oh,
I'm at 0. That was actually the exact number.
No, that is
Oh, you're stable.
oh, you're fine then, yeah.
Are you stable at 0, like exact 0?
Yeah.
I thought it was still...
I don't know. That's what
I thought 0 was a magic number.
I don't remember.
We might have made
Zero
that
is
up.
a magic number.
We've played 2 editions of this, and I always forget which
did we
one's
make
which.
that up?
We do make some
0.
stuff up.
We make up rules a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Never like big rules, but like a lot of rules.
All right, let's see. 0 hit
It
points.
says, yeah, if you reduce to 0 hit points,
Right.
it fails to kill you, you fall unconscious.
But death saving throws, whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points,
Oh,
you must make a special death saving throw. This is it. This is how Grelrez goes out.
We watch him quietly, watch him peacefully sleep to death.
I would say the 0, like, you're in the dying category because
Yeah.
you took damage and went to 0, not you stabilized. You don't
You're dying.
automatically stabilize.
It wasn't a
at 0.
pleasant, and he kind of like seized up and
yeah.
No, it's not that.
eyes rolled to the back of his head.
But Prince Elishu stabilizes you. So now you are stable at 0.
Great. I'm not taking first watch. I know that.
Me either.
Yeah, so that's a good before I get to what happens as we rest. When it first starts with the rest, where are we? And we're gonna pull Gralrez into the we're gonna pull Gralrez in here because I don't think he's gonna be out there unconscious.
Yeah, so we were we were talking about watching it kind of the 3 corners, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or at least 2. Like, we don't even
Well, we
need
can just
3
do it with 2.
here, there.
Right.
Because this isn't much of a corner.
I can take
Right.
one. I can take one because I'm like kind of okay.
Wigbit did not want to be around you guys right now, so he
Yeah.
he took the other.
Okay. So if Wigbit's over there, then yeah,
Not that he's in good shape, but
I'll watch out this side, I guess. Yeah.
he drug Dex. So with the
Okay.
2 fireballs, how
Oh, we have to be outside to watch. Yeah.
You had to be outside to see. Yeah, because it's dark.
So yeah, I'll go over
Is-
there.
is Dak mostly ash at this point? Should I just scoop him into a jar or?
No, he's a burned corpse.
All right.
He didn't incinerate and become just ash, but he's a well cooked corpse.
I might just keep cooking him until he is just ash and scoop him into a jar.
A half a second, and it's because it's Wigbet. I thought like over a spit, like on a fire.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I was thinking.
I mean,
We shouldn't
don't
die
know.
around this guy.
We don't know.
Yeah, y'all come out and Wigwit's got him over a little fire.
He would live on within me that way. I might have a piece.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, guys.
I mean, gotta at least know what he tastes like.
If there's a
Probably
tasty
never-
look at it.
Does Wigbet do ceremonial cannibalism?
I don't know. He's just going. He's flying by the seat of his pants. So maybe he does.
Does he have pants?
No, he does not have pants.
See him in his loincloth.
Flying by the back flap of his lung.
Yeah. So you settle down after we do all of that, and we say we're gonna attempt to try to rest in this. And Efilas, being the only elf left, says, "Well, I'll be happy to trance, for the first few hours, and then after that, I can help with the watches, since you all need longer than me, and I need to do some studying anyway. So
About 5 minutes.
I know studying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this like vision of the beginning, the real beginning of the subject. So what we just did was kind of like on the last episode, and then so we had all that, and then I had this vision of the credits would come up like Champions of Valorwood presents and like The Vanishing, and then it would be like yeah. So it'd be like our screen. It was like The Vanishing, and then it'd be like one of those like 70s TV shows with like starring, and then like each of your characters would like be seen.
Have a little like action thing. Like,
yeah. And I was trying to think of like the appropriate theme music because I really couldn't think of one because like I was thinking like I watched a really 80s TV show, but I was thinking like Magnum PI or something like that. I was like, no, that doesn't quite fit the mood. It's like the best I could come up with is I'm assuming you've all probably heard can you hear it? Is it loud enough?
Nope.
Not loud enough?
Nope.
And I thought that would work.
oh,
All right,
man.
well, anyway, you can look it up. The MASH theme song.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of mood I think was a little more appropriate than the dun 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 dun. Yeah. So anyway, so keep the MASH theme song in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, MASH theme. Yeah. So, but yeah, so like the credits would start rolling and it would say like starring, and then like we'd see like each of your characters as they're trying to get a rest. But as they're resting, your rest is incredibly restless. And this isn't a pleasant rest for you. And as you're resting, you see all those things you saw in the portal. So like it would say like starring Prince Elishu, and then you would see like cut to a quick cut to like this kraken that's like rising out of the waters and destroying the island. And it would say Growrez, and then you would see the gnome. I'm sure I'm saying all this right. Yeah. So like this gnome with this statue and this whatever all that means. And they would say like Wigbet, and the Wigbet would see wanting to kill Oma, but no, the more importantly, Wigbet would see this tiger, this tiger man, and then this army surrounding Efilas, and then you see like even like the Farron and weird kind of things, and then you would say Halion, and then Halion you would see
Oma.
Halion is a little more They're milling out there. Yeah. So Halon, you would see Oma, but like something about Oma is a little off for what Halion was seeing about Oma. Yeah. So you like that would be like the what you would see, you know, and then so after that, as you're resting, then like the credits will roll to like Efilas, and you see Efilas like coming out of his trance, and you see Efilas. He goes to check on, like he goes to like the opposite wings here to check on, and he finds Wigbit sound asleep. Like Wigbit was supposed to be taking a watch, and Wigbit is completely out. And so you see like Efilas like dragging Wigbit back into this this sanctum he has set up. And he does his best to bring back in what's left of Dak as well. Since he knows that's with, and then he would come over here and check on Halion, and he knows Halion is also sound asleep, and so he grabs Halion and he like drags him back into the middle of the sanctum, and so you see Efilas like, well, this isn't so great, and so then you see him come back in, and you see him try to wake each of you, and you do not wake up, and he shakes you, he talks to you, he calls to you, and but he even checks to make sure your vitals are still going, and it's all going, so it's like, okay, y'all are still alive, even though Growlrez isn't looking in great shape, but they're still alive, and so then you notice he comes back out here, and he says, well, and so then you see he sits back down. And then you get to like this another cutscene, and then you see like a figure you haven't seen in a little while, but you see Caliph, and you see her moving through dark tunnels, and she looks positively exhausted. She's all beat up and cut up, and but she's moving through dark tunnels, and then you hear this this voice, and it's a gnomish voice, a deep gnomish voice, and you hear the voice say, "Who goes there? By Calardenon's hands, Farfadridel's exiles will not have Zarasindrek." And then you see like Kayla like put her hands up, and then you see like it cuts back, and you see Efilas is sitting here, and he's got like his books out, and he's of course he's writing things, and then he's also got like another book out, and he's clearly studying. You get like the overhead shot of the book, and you can see the book has a bunch of squiggly lines on it that you can't read, and so he's clearly like working on spells and things. And then all of a sudden you see Efilas look up, and then you get like another cut shot like across this cavern, and you see a whole bunch of fellows come in, a bunch of Grimlocks and some Duragar, and it's all these things out here that have X's, and you get to see like this fight play out between Efilas and all of these things. And at one point you see Efilas standing in the middle of all of them, and you see him like tap his staff on the ground, and this little seed falls out, and then it explodes, and then when the smoke clears, like most of the things are dead, and he ends up kind of over here in front of this other passageway fighting off these last three things, and when it's all said and done, he's a little scorched, little burned, little injured, but he stumbles back, and he sits back down, and you can see that like as he sits back down, he's got a couple of Duragar, one that y'all had already killed earlier, because remember this room is full of like dead bodies from y'all's good work, and then he takes one of the ones he just killed, and so he's got them like side by side, and he like takes like a dagger, and he like starts cutting their heads open, and so he's looking at them like he seems to be studying them pretty intently, and then you can also tell that he is taking a little bit of a time now, a little bit of a short rest period after this battle to rejuvenate a little bit. So like yeah, that's kind of like long credit scene for the beginning here. That's what you see. And so, do what?
Go ahead.
So, when all this is like, the credits like fade and like we get the episode, there's some things that happen for you. Number one, you are long rested.
Yeah.
So you do level up. and you are healed and all that good stuff.
And poison is gone.
If you were poisoned, then yes, your poison is gone because that was needed a long rest. So the poison effects are gone. You are inspired because I enjoy watching y'all try to survive all this. So everybody's got some inspiration. Now, the one thing that also occurred as you were sleeping is not quite so good news. Everybody needs to make a sanity roll. And
Oh no! Has it been a week?
before you start clicking dice, just understand you are at a disadvantage on your sanity save. So if you choose to use your inspiration, you will cancel out the sanity save. You need a 10. I will give you the number ahead of time, what you need, so you can decide whether you want to use your advantage or not. And when I say everybody, by the way, actually, Helion, you do not need to make a sanity save.
Bastard.
Well,
Very sane.
But yes, so Prince Alacia, Graraz, Wigbit, and Oma all need to make sanity saves. So you're at disadvantage unless you choose to use your inspiration, at which point you will be at a regular roll. And you need a 10, so I'll let you decide how you roll that.
Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll use my inspiration. See if it's worth anything. That'll do it.
It might have been.
That'll do
We'll
it.
never know.
It might have been. Might have been.
Never know.
And I don't need to. I mean, we can though. There we go.
Take that.
Whoa.
I needed it.
You needed it. Prince Alacia, double 17s.
Yeah.
You did not need it.
This would be a good time for Wigbit to go nuts. So
I mean, yeah, it's true. Be appropriate.
I'm not feeling that connected to my sanity anyway.
You got it.
Damn.
They rolled an 11 anyway.
Despite
Look at that.
themselves.
You guys, let me see if Oma makes hers. This would be the one she gets
Hanging
insane, right?
Oh, I'll be glad to help her deal with that. Actually, I think I'm over that, kind of. Technically, I'm over that, but
Yeah.
you know that there's a little residual. You know, it gets in your brain and it doesn't always leave.
But
You
some of
know,
that
Yeah.
is true.
and some of it naturally sticks around.
I forgot to add her. Let's see. It's a disadvantage. But she's got one of those, so we're gonna roll these. Well, those are bad numbers. Okay. Well,
Yep.
cool. Yeah. So the thing that happens is that as you start to come awake, number one, you actually have no idea how long you've been asleep. You do know that you have the effects of a long rest, so at least a long rest period. But down here, again, time is you don't know how long things take. So the three of you, you know that you have been. There was a vanishing attempt at. I mean, that was like that weekly thing that you've experienced for a while now. So you realize that as you come awake that occurred. Helion, you did not make a roll because when you awakened this morning, that connection piece that you were talking about a while ago, you don't feel it right now. And you know, it's because like I was thinking about like SMRs and their visions, like to me, like the visions are the things that are always there. Like you have it, and even if you've followed through on like this vision, you receive another one. To me, like the visions are there, like because it's a connection you have with
it's just
with this being.
while you dream,
Yeah.
like even if there's nothing like immediate, there's always some kind of dream
Right.
connection.
And when you wake up this time, it seems like more of a memory now than it does a vision or like it's. And so like, you know, the earliest visions you had in your life, they're all of a sudden they're much harder to remember for you. Whereas before you could recall them because they were the blessing from Sarandiel. You don't feel that same way. So it doesn't mean you can't remember them, but it's just like any older memories that we have. It's a little bit harder to remember the further away you get from something, and so that's kind of how it feels right now.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah, so you do all come awake, and you do feel better about yourself. Except for Alma, who feels worse about herself.
Not so special now, are you?
Healthier. We'll see.
Such a grumpy party we are. Gosh. Where is she?
Alicia's not grumpy. It's a good day for a good day.
It's a good day for a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so you come awake, and Wigbit and Halion, you are not in the same place you were when you fell asleep. Well, you're not in the same place you last remember. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Sleepwalking again.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely start by checking on Dak, make sure I know where he ended up.
Yeah, his remains are they're beside you. I mean, dragging a very charred body around. There might be some pieces left here and there, but yeah, it's
gather the pieces.
There's a clump of Dak beside you.
I got a Dak sack that I'll collect the pieces in.
Dak sack. Is Roland's jaw in there too? Is that
No, that's creepy.
A full charred corpse. Fine.
Actually, who did it? I guess that was
Robbie. Robbie took the jaw.
Maybe I took the jaw. I don't know. I was confused by it, but I'm keeping all of Dak's parts.
Well, as we get up and start stirring Groris, we'll grab out his alchemical supplies and quietly start working.
Okay.
Did you guys? How long? How'd I get in here?
You fell asleep at your post.
How long have we been here?
Now that I'm not sure of.
Just woke up.
I'll wander out and see if Efilas is out there.
You wander back to where you were, or do you wander to the other side?
Efilas.
Okay.
Whichever.
I'll go back to where he was.
Yeah. So when you come out, he is sitting there, and he's got like his book out, and you see like this pen writing, and he's like looking at these two Duragar brains that he's got kind of open here, and he's really kind of like down close to them, kind of inspecting them. He's like like picking price here, he's like flicking things, and he looks like I said, he looks a little singed, but otherwise he looks normal. And yeah, you step out here and you see there's a lot more bodies out here than there were when you last were out here.
Efilas?
Oh, hi, Wigbit. You're awake. Good.
Are there more bodies than there were before?
Oh yeah, we had a little scuff up. I called for you to come help, but y'all are sleeping well, so I handle it.
Gee, how long were we out?
Well, a long time. I don't really have a firm grasp on it, but I've had time to, do my normal, resting thing, and then fight these guys, which was I would say probably an hour and a half ago. And in between that time, I've done a lot of writing and studying, and he points at the Durgar research. So a long time. That's the best I can give you. I was able to even after all that, I was able to recoup myself a little bit, and you still hadn't woken up. So,
do we sense those mornings when we wake up?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would felt the vanishing again, the trying to get me.
He stops and looks up at you, and he like glances over at the book, and you see the pen like turn to another page, like the page flip over, and like something else starts to write. It's like, huh. So you mean like it's one of those weekly occurrences that the collectors used to talk about?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Guess that means yeah, maybe that lets us know when we are.
Well, the last time this occurred was some other time down in the Underdark.
A week ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I look forward to getting back up there.
Is Daddy like he has a like concerned look come over? Is everybody else okay this morning?
That's a good point. I'm gonna go check on them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. He like stands up, wipes the dagger off in the dirt. He comes back in with you. Well, everyone's awake. That's a good sign. So, Prince Alicia, you went out that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you see the hallway there? You see some, like, remains of, like, Dak clothing that had, like, burned off and fallen off where Wigbit had his body gathered over there.
All right, but nothing interesting.
Nope.
All right.
So are we feeling more like ourselves?
It attempted, but did not succeed.
Excellent.
I usually feel like myself, I assume. I don't know. Yeah, this is Grauris's first time, right?
It's his first time making the weekly roll. Yes.
Right.
Is it? Actually,
Yeah.
check.
It might be. Maybe not.
I don't know. I've been out here for so long, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, this is the first time you've had that weekly roll. Yes.
Yeah, so as far as you know, he just woke up. But there was weirdness.
Yeah, I mean, you like I said, you know it. You know it when it's happening.
Okay.
But
I know that something exactly. I have no idea what's
Right.
happening. I just know something tried to grip me and it didn't.
Right.
Right.
Seems like we're all good.
Anybody affected?
Something tried to grip me as I woke, but I'm fine.
You notice Oma like is still sitting, like she hasn't risen, like she sat up, but she's still just sitting there. She's got like her great sword like across her lap, and she's just sitting there.
Oma?
And she looks up at you.
Are you okay?
There is no okay in this place.
She's okay.
You were able to fight off the vanishing this morning.
I do not know what I'm succumbing to.
Oh, Growlres, not that it'll help much when you forget, but about every week every week, seems like we get assaulted again, and sometimes it takes your memories again.
Oh, speaking of which, I guess since you're all my traveling companions, you should know that in the event that I am struck down by the vanishing, then I have a scroll in my backpack that my scribe made me that is entitled, "In Case of Vanishing, Open and Read to Prince Elishu." So I would like for one of you to please read that to me if I am vanished and cannot remember anything.
Just no, I'm not your servant.
I'll pay you.
It's no better that I'm not just going to get a parchment from your back and read it. Read it your damn self.
Does it have big words in it?
I can read it my damn self.
If it's got big words, I'm not going to be able to help much.
I will, Efilas, I will be happy to read it for you, Prince Elishu. And I will try to remember Growlres your journal should this occur.
Well, I'm sure I'll find it again.
And I've got a worm with 2 heads. Make sure you feed him.
I
Equally important.
I will make sure to feed you 2-headed worm.
His name's Herman.
How big
Which one?
Oh, he's worm-sized.
Yeah.
He's got 2 heads. I don't know how I know that, but I know that. I'm convinced, at least.
Oh, I thought that there are 2 heads next to each other. I didn't realize that you meant like a head on one.
Oh, I guess I don't know. It's a trinket.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Whatever.
Like a 2-headed snake.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it is that. Yeah. That'd be cooler. That's what it is.
Efilas looks at Haleon and says, "Is there anything you'd like me to do for you?"
What do you mean? Right now?
But if you should become vanished, we have a scroll, we have a journal, we have a 2-headed worm.
No.
Efilas, what about you? Got anything we should do if we lose you?
In case you get vanished down here.
Well, he like starts to point to his buddy, like, crap. He like goes back out here, and it's clear that he's like gathering up his like materials that he left out here. Like his actually more important stuff is the one he left out here. Yeah. So y'all seen Efilas, like the book that he writes in just kind of goes with him and it appears. But then like his actual spell books, like you can tell he actually just forgot his spell books on the ground outside, so he walks back outside and picks those up. Then he comes back in. Well, if it should happen, yes. I think I have written plenty. That would at least help me recall a few things. But I suppose it is time for us to proceed.
Yeah, if we have to. Browder starts packing up his alchemy supplies.
So, not that this probably matters at this point, but I was doing an examination of these, the Durgar while you were resting, and this is not really my field, but I believe that there's. I don't think that they were working with the. I'm sure they've been changed. They've been made into thralls of these creatures in the way that the Illithid do these things. This seems like quite a lot of thralls, but
They're all thralls?
I mean, I didn't have a chance to examine all of them, and I'm not sure I'd even know what to look for with all of them, but I can't imagine the Duergar are working with the Illithid. I mean, nobody works with the Illithid. Well, they shouldn't anyway. Unless these Duergar and Illithid of Calitras that are different than what we've heard. If we are even in Calitras anymore.
You think we could be under it?
We've gone through so many portals down here, I'm not sure. Not even sure what plane we're on, to be honest. I know that I can't get out.
You tried to leave us?
Well, I tried for all of us to leave.
Oh.
It didn't work. Teleportation down here is a finicky thing. But, by the way, I'm glad you reminded me that I had left you, because I did leave you for a little while when I was exploring other places. But, and he says, I did make these, and he holds out like a hand-drawn map for each of you. And it's the map that you have. But he says, I've, it's a rough sketch, but this is what I've been able to gather about, at least since we came through the last portal. And he says, I tried to put on there the best I could, if you're looking at what I saw when I went a different way.
Oh, wow.
But that there were many tunnels and passageways, and I fortunately was able to loop back and come back to that intersection with the magic. So there were, at least by my count, 6 other passageways that I did not go down in that direction. Plus these 3 here. So wherever we are, it's quite expansive.
Huh.
Great. Shall we continue marching forward on to death?
Hopefully not to death, but
No, hopefully not ours, but and he nods over to the charred remains still on the floor by Wigbit.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Raris said, hopefully not, our death, and nodded to the charred remains over by Wigbit.
And say, yes, I'd like to cut a bloody swath through some more of these Illithid thralls.
well, lead the way then.
Can I don't know. Can we burn Dak? Collect his ashes?
If that's what you would like to do.
I guess. I don't know what else to do.
How long is this going to take?
I don't know.
All right, another cutscene to Dak, wherever Dak is now, going, why do they keep burning bodies?
I know. I wasn't there for him reading that.
He's talking another death, what do they? I don't understand this at all.
I feel like
I pull out a flask of oil and say this will help with your goal.
I'm gonna take him back to the swamp. Spread his ashes there.
Sure, he'd appreciate that.
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Railroads will start unpacking his alchemy supplies.
Take a few minutes to burn the body.
As much as we can.
Okay.
There's some clumps. I got a good sized deck sack, so it'll be fine. Doesn't have to be. Perfect.
I love deck sack. That's great. Yeah. So yeah, you take a few minutes and we cremate the body and you got a sufficient amount of ash there.
You want me to light them on fire for you one more time?
Be helpful this time, I guess.
I'm ignoring everything you're doing, so do whatever you want.
Yeah. So we cremate the body and that's all done. So do we have any intuition about which passageway we want to go down?
I guess I could go explore the beach real quick.
5-minute rule?
They all go that way eventually.
Which way? Forward?
Yes.
Yeah, my feeling was forward as well.
All right. Doesn't matter which one we take.
Nothing matters.
I'm sure it matters, but we're not going to know until we go.
Yeah, because we've got like the one on the left hooks up, the one on the right hooks right, and the one on the bottom hooks left. More or less is what we've seen.
They all go back that way. I went up and looked at the north
That's right.
one, and it loops back the way we came from, but then back the other way. So it eventually leads the
Goes
same way
left.
as the one directly across. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
like more walking.
stand in the middle of the room
All right.
and attune my senses. So I'm smelling and listening and so on. And I'm concentrating. I'm doing a thing. So I can sense any monstrosities within 5 miles.
Whoa. That's pretty neat. Hang on.
That's pretty
I don't
big.
know if that works down here, but it reveals the number and general direction and distance. I woke up and I felt like I could really
Be a better ranger.
be a better ranger. I don't know what sorry, I'm also happy to change my favorite enemy if the DM would
To what?
think it makes sense to
new
aberrations.
Yeah, new favorite enemy.
But I chose monstrosities. But you know,
I mean,
I feel like I'm developing a new favorite enemy.
You've got plenty of reasons to hate them.
I do. You do get another one at another level. I just don't know if I'll ever get to that level of ranger.
right, because they're barbarian levels to have.
Yep. Maybe someday I'll hate aberrations.
So, I guess so. What I would say with this is number one, like you actually don't detect any monstrosities in at least as far as you can tell. And I would also say that you are certain, and whether this is an instinct or whether this is an actual feeling, that there's going to be aberrations down all of those tunnels.
Okay. I think there's enemies no matter which way we go.
Make a survival, maybe? Not really nature. Well, whatever it was, you rolled it well, so you made a roll. That was important. You actually don't feel that for whatever reason that urge as well to that northerly passage, if you will.
Okay.
So the one that's at the top.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that searing hate for aberrations to the north quite as much as you do in the other two. But beyond that, it's
maybe not as many this way. Yep. Point over to the north.
Well, then that's the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. Maybe.
Where it's a path of less resistance.
Yeah. I don't feel like that's where we're going, though. I don't know.
well. Pick one and go. Says that.
You guys were thinking go on west?
Yeah.
But I guess that's good as any option. Yep, let's head out.
All right.
Yeah.
Going west.
Alchemy supplies back up. I assume that was not an hour.
I mean, it can be as long as you wanted it to be, but I mean, that would not have taken an hour.
Then no. Go pack up his supplies and head out.
Okay. So we're going the west passageway. What's our marching order this fine day?
I guess Gralrez is up front scouting because he's now a super scout.
That's right. Let's get some sneaky boots.
I forgot that he also has advantage. He'd have advantage anyways for being in rocky terrain because he's a gnome.
Yeah.
No, he's a stealthy, rocky gnome.
Stealthy rocky gnome.
What did the boots of Elvenkind do for you? Do they get
Advantage on stealth rolls that require sound, because I make none. Seems okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then
And that's regardless of the surface that I move across. So like eggshells, silent.
yeah.
That would have been good than 2 minutes of annihilation.
That would have been good.
Are Oma and Halion both very quiet?
Yeah, so that is one thing that, like, as you're starting to back up, you notice that you have not heard Halion's obnoxious voice this morning, and you notice that you haven't heard. I love Halion's voice. You've not heard Halion's obnoxious manner this morning, and then you notice that Oma, like, she when she got up and she just kind of stood up. When she stood up, she did not like forcefully walk to the front like she's been doing. She took her sword and she actually, like, you know, tucked it in the back, and she's walking pretty sullenly this morning.
Lost her rage.
This is nice. This is why my mood is
Hi,
picked up.
Yeah, and Halion is quite quiet this morning. And so Efilas is like kind of, you know, telling Oma to, like, okay, come on. And she's walking, but she's, you know, like I said, it's almost like that mopey teenager walk, you know?
Yeah.
You know. So is our order Gralrez, Wigbit, is Prince Alaishu third?
You know, we no longer have a buffer. We have to worry about Wigbit taking up 2 spots.
I leave a spot for Dak.
Yeah, so this is the order. Growler is staying ahead, out of the light. And then there's space for Dak. Then a lay shoot.
Yeah. So what's the light situation? Are you going to have it on full blast?
Oh,
I will have it on. I'll have it on 30 and 30 instead of 60 and 60.
Okay. So 30 light. So Growlers, you're going to be 60 ahead? Or you're going to be 30 ahead?
65 ahead.
65 ahead. So you're going to be completely out of the light.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right, cool. Yes,
so much light. More would have just hated this. No wonder Caleb left us.
Kill the light.
Yeah. Or kill the light bearer.
So you proceed down a passageway that again is very narrow, confining in most places. Occasionally it widens to 7 or 8 feet wide. You thought that if you had to, 2 of you could squeeze side by side together in these passageways. But for the most part, they are a single file type thing. And as you're heading down Growlers first, they're about 65 feet behind, you can see that there's no like side passageways. It's a straight shot as you head down.
Uh-oh. We lost the...
No,
did we lose Josh or just me?
My video's off for a second.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's back.
Man.
You get to eventually after sometime, not too long, whereas you think it would be in whatever the Underdark equivalent of about 15 minutes is. You get to a spot that there's a distinct fork. There's a left passage and a right passage, and it's a fork. It's not a T. It's a fork.
I'll wait for them to catch up.
Okay. So I'll catch up.
Which way?
And there's a fork in the road. So I should have also said this. The other thing that you do notice is that this passageway is heading down.
of course.
So
Always.
it was heading down.
And does it seem like both of these passageways are also heading down? Or is it too hard to tell?
It's hard to tell where you are right now.
Go check one out and come back.
Yeah, let's check out the right one.
What did you say, Mike?
Let's check out the right one and then check out the left one.
Growraz goes down the left one. That'll work. Like just Rentaleshu says that, and Growraz just starts quickly walking down the left one.
Okay. All right.
So much hate right now.
SMH, fellas. SMH.
Right now.
Tension, man. We need to sit down and have a powwow.
Yeah.
Good old Blades in the Dark powwow.
Legs crossed. Say one nice thing about the person next to you.
I don't know why you did that.
Alien, I admire that you have no regard for human life. I admire that about you.
But yeah, the Growraz will hurry down the left passageway.
Okay. You start to proceed down the left passageway, and after a couple hundred feet, you notice that the floor here has leveled off. Like you don't feel yourself descending anymore. Like it's become much more level.
You said that was a couple hundred feet?
Yeah.
I'll go a couple hundred more.
Okay. And so same thing, with your dark vision, I mean, you can see, because you're 120, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can see ahead, and you can see it's the same type of thing, same type of passageway, just dark and confining, but it doesn't. With your dark vision ahead, you can see it doesn't seem to really slope down anymore. I mean, it's not perfect, of course. It's not perfectly level,
but it's not the feeling we've been having. All right, well, I'll head back.
Okay.
And then I won't say anything. I'll just go down the right passage.
Okay. So Garlos comes back and then he heads down the right, and it's the same thing. It's a level passageway. As you proceed into it, you can't see the other side of it.
I'll come back. Seems that they both just level off after a bit.
I'll have spent my minute sensing monstrosities, in case we've gotten close enough for that to change.
We were just 15 minutes outside of where the monstrosities were.
You got a minute, might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still don't sense any.
All right.
So which way do we go if they're both the same?
If they're both the same, does it matter?
Probably not.
Well, what do you say, we bet?
Left is good.
All right. Gravis heads down the left, getting ahead of the light.
Any objections? Any opinions?
I'm in favor of whichever way you want to go. You've made good choices.
Yeah, but I'm starting to get some pressure now. I want to overthink it. I'm gonna listen to the gut. I'm gonna start listening to the head.
All right, so you head down the left passageway, and you feel it's the same type of thing as the last one, but you don't run into anything. But you feel like you travel for, 15 or so more minutes down this dark and confining passageway. And when you get to a certain place,
We definitely went the right way.
Yeah, well, we went a way, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But a very dark way.
Yeah.
very dark. So you'll need to. It's up like it's kind of the top right. Of your.
Yep.
Yeah.
From Growl Rush.
So I thought I gave enough room, but then I forgot your ridiculous dark vision.
Yeah, sorry.
So the edge of the light is 120 feet for you, if you want to do it that way.
Okay, gotcha. Like,
So
this is 120 feet.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's so you're
70 feet back.
Yeah, 70 feet off the map. Yeah. So, but I'm assuming you're going to keep walking because you have no reason not to.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So that gets you to there. Let me see if I can do this right. Yeah. So when you get to there, you can tell that it opens up ahead. So whatever 120 feet from there is where you are. Yeah, you're still off the map.
Yep. I'm getting there.
15 feet.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll come 15 feet closer.
So you can see more.
Yeah, and then I'll be on the map.
Yeah, you made it.
There we go. And that's what you see.
Okay. All right, I'll sneak forward. Well, no, I've got no reason to sneak. I'll keep going. Well, I guess I'm always sneaking now. I don't know how it works. I'll continue forward. Yeah, 'cause I'm not seeing anything to stop me.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself then. Okay. And you can tell that, like, you can't see anymore. That's a wall there. So, I mean, it's, your dark vision can't peer around the edge of the wall there.
Not yet. Someday, maybe. All right. Well, then I'll keep going forward. Seeing that it's a quarter, I'll take it a little slower until I get here, wherever I'm going to start seeing more open up.
There's 65 behind you. So at that point, we drag them over here. About there, I think, is where we're at.
You made it.
There you are. Yep. Okay. So you okay, so you get to there. I mean, the wall is still blocking you from being able to see.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure at what point it started to really open up.
There we go.
Okay.
So as you get to there, you kind of peer around the corner here, and you can see everything.
Woo. Oh.
Oh,
Is that a brain in a purple ring?
So
Really?
you see a I'm gonna blow it up a little bit so you can see. So it's actually a little hard to explain, but it looks like a ball made out of metal, maybe, and there are sharp weapons that are sticking out of it in every direction. And it's like just sitting, and it is large, and it's like just sitting on the ground right there.
But it looks like just a large metal ball full with weapons, just covered in weapons.
Yeah, covered in blades, I guess is a more specific way.
It's weird.
Make a, what would this be? Make a knowledge check.
I'm pretty good at those. Which one do you want?
It's not really Arcana. It's not nature.
I mean, I can just do straight intelligence if you want.
Yeah, do a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, it's an untrained knowledge.
Good
17.
one,
Smart dude.
So, as you're like peering around and letting your eyes adjust and like looking at this thing that just looks very out of place for all the things y'all seen down here, it strikes you that this looks like something your people would make.
Some type of awesome construct.
Yep. This definitely looks like something the deep gnomes are capable of making.
And definitely a thing of war, not art. Like this isn't just like a sort of Neplin statue.
No, you don't think so. You think it's definitely it's probably here for a different reason.
I'll start heading back as I get into the light. I guess as I get into the light, putting my hands up to motion them to stop. So I'll come back. There's something ahead. I don't really know how to describe it other than it's a big ball of blades. I think it's I don't know whether or not it'll give us trouble, but
Just like a ball of blades sitting on the ground.
yeah, there's something in the back of my memory that makes me think that I don't know. I guess we should just have a little caution going into this next little room.
You think it's gonna move?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead. Everybody just be careful.
Do you mean to walk up, run?
With all that light.
Do you want less light?
Always.
I'll slide the shutter close a little bit more. That's not enough.
That's nice. That's fine. That's more than enough. No. Progress will hurry away.
Are we supposed to come?
We'll stop there. Yeah, just make sure the light doesn't go around the corner. Growlers will start sneaking forward.
Where's the corner?
I don't know.
Anybody see a corner?
There's the corner.
Oh, I see it. Oh, we might have gone too far.
So, hold on a second, Carlos.
Okay, yeah. I was just going until you told me to stop. I figured at some point
So-
that would happen.
Make a stealth roll.
Okay.
With advantage?
Yeah, I assume it doesn't need.
No, make a
Doesn't
stealth
rely
roll.
on sound.
And you're moving across the open here.
But if
Otherwise,
this is
then you're
rocky,
hiding
and I
behind.
guess this is not rocky terrain.
It's bare stone, isn't it?
I mean,
It's dirt and rock, but I mean, I think that's like
that's more like
Any
hiding
kinda-
rocky terrain. Well, 16.
Right.
anyways.
okay. All right, yeah, you're proceeding closer to it.
Sure I am. You just let me know when I'm dead. I'm gonna go check down this passage.
Okay. Yeah. So that's
Just looking from there.
yeah. It's another passage that. I mean, I can hold on. There's nothing to see besides
Okay, it just goes on for a little bit.
more passage. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine because I'm gonna come up here and check these out.
Yeah, and you get the same thing, and then that continues on a ways.
Kind of the way it looked. I mean, yeah, it seems the direction we were coming from.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, well, but it didn't move when I went by it. There are 4 more passages. One looks to be in the direction we just came from. So, be careful in there. Run, or not run, he'll hurry to get out of the light.
Where'd he go? Growlers, are we?
But yeah, no,
I guess we're supposed to come in.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
know
he
you-
said, be
yeah.
careful as you go in there.
We didn't. Yeah.
So we're going down this passage.
No, Growlers just went in.
We don't know. I don't know. Are we trying for? I guess we're gonna go quietly. Let's tiptoe.
What's your light? What's the light radius right now? Is that correct? What's on the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you tell me to turn off the light?
No.
And
But at that
then-
point, anything that could see light coming out of there, even if it's not in the light.
Right.
And I
Right.
step out here, squint my eyes into the darkness.
I mean, you could probably see the outline of something, but it's in darkness, right? Just beyond the edge of the light.
All right, let's keep creeping.
So you're trying to stealthily move? Is that what you're trying to do here?
Yeah, mostly quietly.
All right. Make a stealth roll.
We all doing this?
Yeah, no group rolls. This isn't Blades in the Dark.
Okay. Prince Elishu, are you trying to move stealthily quiet with the lantern in your hand?
I guess. But not
With that
really.
sweet scale on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is going to go as well as it could.
Yeah.
I get half of my proficiency bonus rounded up because I'm a remarkable athlete.
You sure are.
You are a remarkable athlete.
So it's actually going to be 2 higher than this.
Oh,
Sweet, that's a 4.
You were like super stealthy for a few seconds, and then you just like clang into something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Super loud.
You smash the light into your.
I think it was more. Yeah, I think you were like sneaking okay, but the lantern, for like it knocks against your armor as you're like moving and makes a loud reverberating like clang, and yeah. So when that happens, you'll see this thing. Well, you don't see this thing. Gralrez, and then I guess Halion. Because then, yeah. And then Oma and Efilas will be able to see when they get to the corner. But you two see this thing like it noticeably moves. So I was going to say, so it noticeably moves first, and then when it starts to move more, everybody can hear, and then Gralrez and Halion, you can see that these blades start to turn. And they're not just turning in one direction, they seem to be turning in all directions in some kind of cool little symphony it's got going on there. And so so that happens. So we need to roll some initiative.
Oh yeah.
Whether you decide to engage or not is up to you. But we'll roll initiative to just continue sneaking past it.
Right, of course.
Right.
We're just going to crit on initiative.
You really want to sneak past?
Yeah, that's right. We go fast enough. Oh, never mind.
You're really not in the mood.
He's trying to quiet his lantern or whatever it is right now. That's making that sweet sound.
Man, you guys are ready.
Yeah.
You are ready to go.
I told you what was in here.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he told us everything that was going on.
Right.
Prepared. Big metal ball full of weapons.
Right. Full of, just
I don't
covered
think
in plates.
Stealth just means move slow.
Kinda.
Hey, look! I just rolled a bunch of 13s.
I like that this thing's called a gear keeper.
Sure did.
Is it?
Here.
Yeah, it's full of loot.
Yeah.
It's
Yep. Full of gear. The whole middle, just gear. I mean, obviously, mostly weapons. It looks like.
Yeah. Some really sweet blades.
Yep.
All right, so Gralrez.
Is there a magical greatsword attached to it?
We'll find out. Yes.
That'd be great.
So Gralrez, you can see this thing is turning.
Starting to wear up.
Turning. It's definitely worrying.
I am worried. I'll hold.
Yeah, I mean, as a gnome, you generally know when these things start to do this that something's activated.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean,
it's just a question of it's activating in my direction or a different direction.
All right, that's
So
fair point.
Gralrez will hold in his spot.
All right. So 23, 22, Wigbit. Did the light come on? Is that what happened? Did Prince Laishu tell what? Okay,
Everyone knows we're here.
And now the world knows we're here.
Oh, so we can see it now.
Yeah. So as soon as Laishu gets to side his armor, you hear Laishu go like, "Damn it!" And then you just hear, and then the light just comes on.
All right. I'm gonna ready an action to go on its go and basically like run away from it / get around it like a running back in a linebacker kind of situation.
Juke it.
I'm gonna do one of these, step right, go left,
Nice.
But I kind of want to move when it's moving, and yeah.
Okay.
And my plan is basically, I mean, this thing doesn't look real stabbable, right? It doesn't look like something I want to fight, right?
I mean, you've never seen a big whirring ball of metal, so.
And would it fit down one of these hallways? Is the other question, I guess.
It would probably have to squeeze because it's large. So whether it can squeeze or not, don't know.
It doesn't have like eyes or anything, right? It's just
no, you don't see any eyeballs on it.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna basically plan to double move once it starts moving.
Okay. Any direction in particular? Just away from it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna juke it. Yeah, whatever way it goes, I'm gonna go left or right. I'm gonna get past it.
Okay. Halion.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm gonna just blast at it and see what happens.
Okay.
So we'll try this. The 14 hit it?
That's a miss.
Okay. Well, the second one then. Yeah.
24 does hit.
Okay.
Yeah, if it didn't, we would just be running.
Yep. 12 force damage.
12 force.
Yep. And I'll push it 10 feet.
Hang on a second. There we go.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm checking.
That could be
a lot
nice.
of.
I would
A lot
like
of
to.
things. Yeah, actually, you push it. You push it back.
All right. So it goes
Just like
10
straight
feet.
back. Okay.
So I guess. Well, if I can do it on that diagonal, like, let's see. Let me do a like
up towards here.
that way.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Should be a square to red.
that way. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. And I'll do it again. See if I can push it a little further.
Oh yeah.
27 hits, yeah.
So 9 force and another 10 feet that way.
Okay.
And then the other one.
That's a miss.
I mean, it's fine. I moved it. All right.
Yeah.
Hurry along.
Move along.
Still polite at least. Quiet, but hasn't lost his manners.
Guarez, are you going to jump in anywhere? Or are you good where you are?
Good where I am.
Okay. So on 13,
Johnny goes.
Yeah, all of Johnny's turns. Yeah.
Andrew.
And it's extra slow because I ruined its momentum.
That's right.
It is.
Yeah,
Made it roll the other way.
almost looking at this thing like, okay. And then you said move along, so she's going to just move.
Giving you an opening
Yeah,
here.
we don't have to fight this thing. We just go.
Yeah, exactly. Put it over there in the corner.
If it has to squeeze, it'll go slowly.
Yeah.
It's like, what in the hell is that?
And then when we get to the other big cavern full of bad guys, we just dive to the side and let it roll out.
That's right. Cut them all to pieces.
Yep. Easy.
Pulling for bad guys.
But
That's right.
we get inside it, so we get the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah, we should get the experience. Like we have the ingenuity of using this thing against its creators.
Yeah, we just get in and go. It'll be
Right.
great. There's probably some kind of controls in there, right?
Colony of
Yeah.
Deepnome.
There's probably some kind of like yoke. Just
Clearly.
drive it around.
Yeah.
So
You're not a bard. You can't just ride on top of the machination and destroy evil. Bards do that.
So Efilas moves in, and he fires 3 bolts of fire at it, and you see it hit the thing, and nothing happens.
Did the Eldritch Blast seem to do something though?
Eldritch Blast did seem to do something, yes.
Yeah.
But when the fire hit it, it just hit it, and you don't see like any noticeable difference.
Dumb
No,
kid.
this is like, I know. Couldn't take the one. And so this thing has intruders, and so what is it going to do? It is going to, I think, do this.
Assess the situation for a couple rounds.
You're right. Assess the situation for no time at all. Cool. I can hit almost everybody. That's great. So as long as my cone of 30 works. So need to be
that.
No.
Cone of blades.
3, 4. Yeah, that'll work. So I just got to get up. Like,
Grape shot.
so the other thing you notice about this thing is that when it starts moving, it didn't seem to move. Like it got to this space very quickly. And so you feel like it could have kept moving if it had needed to.
Well, if I see it cutting across, though, I'm coming this way.
So you're moving at the same time, right?
Yeah. So if I see
Which
it go
way
that
are you
way, I'm kind of going this way first, and then how did I just go 20?
I think so, yeah.
And then maybe a 20 more back this way.
Okay. So you're moving away
Towards
from it.
Alrez. Yeah.
So it will ignore you. It will ignore you for the moment. And I guess it would probably be better to be. Is that right? No, it would need to be here. Stupid column rules. I'm getting good at these column rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's the 4. All right. Yeah. So it's spinning, and all of a sudden, blades just fly off of it, and it hits over here a lot. So you 4 need to make a dexterity saving throw.
And maybe see if the NPCs can do better than that.
Nope.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Let's go 4 for 4 here.
I mean, that's
We did not expect the cone of blades. I thought it was just going to roll us over.
Robert didn't tell us it could shoot the swords out.
he didn't ask, and he didn't know.
I thought the swords would stay attached to the ball.
This isn't his kind of crafting.
Why not?
Why not? Alchemy.
Look at that. 4 fails. We all failed. Yay. All right. So
Makes the math easy.
it does. Everybody take.
That's a bunch of dice.
22 piercing damage as you are impaled with blades.
Are those all 1 damage, or are those separate damages?
That is all 1 damage.
All right.
Big old sword.
Big old swords.
Separate damages matters now, Leishu?
Yep.
Sounds like
Nice.
And when you got that heavy armor on, it does.
When you got that heavy armor, it matters a lot.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is. Especially if those were separate damages.
Yeah. Yeah, it should have been 6 separate blades.
Thank you.
Then you would have taken 3, 4, 5, 6 damage total.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been fine.
Now you wouldn't take any damage from the 3s, 2s, or 1s, right?
Right. So yeah, just the 6, 5, and 4 would have done you.
Neat.
all right. Yeah. So that's the thing that it. So yeah, shrapnel blast hits all of you.
Rude.
That is rude.
That was rude.
Very
And so Wigman,
Oma do anything about that?
ran away from that. She'd already taken her turn, so.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Well, actually, she didn't do anything. She just moved. So this all happened at the same time. So yeah, I was like, "What the hell with this?" I'm gonna see if I can hit this thing.
Hit back.
No. Well, we're gonna try to see if we can hit it again.
Parry.
Now, here's the question. Yeah. Okay. So she does make contact on the second one.
Oh.
And she like finds a little seam and she like hits that seam. Didn't seem to do a lot to it, but get a little bit to it. Make a little piece of it.
She can reroll that one.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, right. Well, there we go.
There you go.
So add 4 more. Great.
And you say it seemed to be less effective than it?
Yeah. It got hung up in some blades when she was cutting through. And, yeah. So, and then like I said, this thing is just covered in blades. So even after it's shrapnel bladed y'all, there's still like hundreds of blades just sticking out of this thing.
Growlers, which way?
We gotta run?
Yeah,
So-
run! Don't fight this. What is this thing?
Growlers, you're up.
Blade machine.
Actually,
Yeah,
Growlers, you can go at any time.
I'll go at 12. It's just a blade
It's a
machine.
blade machine.
Duh.
You're going 12. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and toss packets at it as we have this conversation.
Let's get out of here. That thing can't fit down these halls.
Can if it tries. 15 to hit.
So it like hits some blades, but it doesn't seem to get to the actual thing. So it misses. It effectively misses.
I'll try another frost one. Less than that?
Yeah, that.
I'm getting distracted.
Don't waste it. Just come on, guys. Let's go.
You want to run from a fight?
What the is that thing?
It's a
And it's Prince Elatia's turn. Unless
machine
John's
full
going to
of
do anything.
blades.
Yeah, where do you
Blade machine.
Yeah, it's a blade machine.
leave it?
And it can fit down the hall. I mean, he said it can fit down the hall.
I mean, I
No,
imagine
it can't
So
fit down
obviously
the
it can
hall.
fit down the. I mean, he said it could.
probably just cut its
It's
way through
bigger.
the hall.
Look at it. It's bigger than the hall.
All right, fine. Which way do you want to go? And how are you planning on getting all of them past?
Run!
Prince Elatia, it is your turn.
Yeah. I don't see how I make it around this thing.
You run. Move fast. Sprint.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yep.
There you go. You made it around.
I made it around.
Very fast.
You know what, Helion? I hate myself right now. Because you know why?
You're gonna use the moon sword.
I don't have the moon sword.
Oh. Is it even
You
better
have
than
the
that?
moon
Oh, I have the moon sword? Oh, okay. Is it even
No,
better?
I got the
Ready?
moon sword.
Oh, you have the moon sword?
Yeah, I thought
know.
Wigba had the
I
moon
know.
sword.
Oh,
passed it
Wigga has the moon sword.
We passed it around a whole lot, but
You took it off my corpse, and
I needed it.
I was alive, but I was being a corpse.
I needed it.
Oh, all right.
Are you hitting it? Or are you just moving?
I'm trying. I guess I'm
All right.
trying to hit it. I need advantage. $16?
Yeah, so like you swing and you hit like a whole bunch of blades, but nothing happened.
Close.
How about 20?
Yeah, so that time like the area you cut away some blades, you like slash and you hit it.
All right.
Cut some swords with your sword.
Yeah.
Some sword with your sword.
Countercut.
Yep. I'll cut it with my silvered greatsword.
Your silvered greatsword.
One day that's gonna matter.
It will. It'll be huge.
You'll
be-
find the werewolves.
I'm glad I spent an extra 100 gold on that.
No, I mean you didn't. It was the quartermaster.
Right.
Got it for you. Or are you talking the extra 100 gold you paid to have a quartermaster?
Yes, you,
No,
I mean,
that is definitely not what I'm talking about.
yeah, you felt like you hit it, like, you know, fairly hard, but it didn't feel like you hit it as hard as you can hit it.
You know what?
Wait for Halion to blast it and then run.
Man.
This thing is dodging.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, yeah,
It's
you're,
hard.
no, it's not dodging. It's just standing. Yeah,
hard
you're
to hit.
hitting it.
Look,
It
it's hard
moves
to hit a
fast.
giant ball of
Yeah.
swords.
That's true. It is. All those blades,
Yeah.
it's a lot to dodge.
Yeah.
It's like fighting 5 dragonborn at once.
Yeah, it's like trying to hit a really small house
Full of blades.
full of blades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a really small house with a lot of stuff sticking out of it.
All right, Halion. If Prince Lachu is
man.
done.
I mean, it seems done, I guess. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, like from what y'all can tell, like I mean, he's up there swinging at Ominous too. I mean, they're like I said, they're not missing. They're just
Yeah.
not getting through to like the core of the the body.
Yeah.
Because it's a ball of blades. How do you
It is a
fight a
ball of
ball of blades?
We're doing it right now. What do you mean?
Eldritch blast it? I don't know. Wait,
That's yeah. Blast it out of the way and get out of here.
I mean, I did blast it out of the way, and then it came back real fast.
Well, that's why everybody has to.
Are we leaving, or what are we doing? What are we doing?
Kill it.
We're gonna destroy the what's it called? What's the name of this thing?
Gear keeper.
Yeah, no, that's not what it is.
What Grauras called it?
Told him what it was.
Oh,
Blade machine.
Blade
blade machine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the blade
Blade machine.
Alright. I guess it can try to take an OA against me if it can do OAs.
Yeah, it definitely can do OAs.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, hang on. See if I have any special rules about OAs. Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll my OA.
Yep.
Okay. I'm waiting for something special to happen when I roll my OA, but I'm gonna roll it.
You explode.
Nothing special happens.
26.
26. Oh wait,
26.
I thought those were your dice. No, those are
Yeah.
Alicia's dice. They're way too low.
Oh,
for
Prince
dice.
Lachu tried to do a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't. Okay, well, it hits me.
So, by the way, Prince Lachu on. Oh, that's a reaction, right?
Yeah, that is
But it's not an opportunity attack. It's a reaction, right?
right.
Okay.
Because that goes the wrong target.
Okay. Yeah, but 26 hits.
Yep.
Okay, so this blade just reached out.
Reached out and caught me.
And
Oh,
cuts you
wow.
for 23 slashing damage.
Yikes.
Yeah, as you tried to run by, like, yeah, it didn't feel like the arm should have been able to do that, but it just like reached out and just cut you as you ran by.
Well, I don't like that very much.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa, nope.
Oh, no.
Not that one.
We're not ready for that.
Are we? So wait, we're using a red dot and the half heart for bloody. Why are we using 2 symbols?
I don't know, it's just the thing we did the first time, and I just keep doing it. But you don't have to do it.
No,
You can
I'm
just do
doing
one.
this. I'm using not that one.
Oh,
I keep thinking,
Yeah,
I keep
X is
thinking
great.
I keep thinking that X is going to close the window, not make me dead.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. Because it's up in the corner too, right?
Yeah,
it's
it's in
like
the
up
corner.
to the right.
Top right. You're right.
All right. Well, now I am bloodied, but I'm gonna Eldritch blast it. I guess.
All right.
I'll try to.
All right, that's a hit. Yeah.
All right.
22.
So 13 force, and I'll push it 10 feet away from me.
So straight over 5,
Yep.
10.
I'll do it again.
All right. Yeah, 25
yeah,
hits.
you will.
Okay. 13 force, push it 10 feet.
Okay.
I'll do it again. I wanted to be a.
I wanted to be 15.
I did want to be a 15, but instead it's a 15.
15 appears to miss.
Okay, and I'll do it again. There it is. There's the 15
23 is a hit.
for 13 force, and I'll push it another 10 feet. I moved 1, 2, 3 so far. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Ow.
Which tunnel are we going down?
I don't know. Don't let it get you with the swords.
Come, we'll go down this one. The one up here. No point down this passageway.
Why that one?
Do you really want to figure out which one to go down right now?
Sounds
go down
good.
the middle. Always go down the middle.
We can split up. You can go that way.
And it's closer for our allies as well.
Virtually the same.
No, it's closer. It's 5
Like
feet
this-
closer.
This one's 5 feet closer.
That 5 feet
It is
didn't
5
matter.
feet closer.
Caleb stopped and did like a quick measurement. He's like, it's 5 feet.
Yes,
Let me get
5
out.
feet.
Let me get out my ruler here.
Triangulate.
All right. So on
Probably should have just gone down the close one.
13, well, it looks like most of us are going on 13. So Wigbit, are you running?
I am going to. Which one did we decide?
We didn't.
We did.
We're having a discussion about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it for a couple
But
rounds.
Wigbit,
All right.
I mean, if Wigbit goes down one, that's where we're going.
So I was gonna go to. I'm gonna go to here and like defend. I don't know if I can also like ready the action to like, if it comes in this direction, then I'll move back and strike it. I don't know if that's too much or whatever. I want to go to this space and defend it and let people pass. Like say, hey, everybody run through, kind of guard.
You move and you're readying an action.
I don't know if I can, some combination of that if I can. But yeah, moving to guard the passage we're going down.
You can move, and then you can ready like an attack action, or you can ready a move action. You can't ready a move and attack action.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll pull out my shield too. If that's not too much.
That's fine. Yeah,
I'm gonna hold the entrance and tell everybody to run in and see if they do it. Let's go.
Almost says so. We're fleeing.
Yes.
It certainly seems that way.
No, we're continuing.
And so the thing obviously is about to move, and it almost sees you, Prince Elishu, like looks like you're still here for a little bit longer. And she's like, oh, well, I'm not going to leave you here too, is what she says. And so she like stands and waits.
Oh.
And Efilas is like, what the hell with y'all? I'm getting out of here. Because that's what wizards do.
That's right.
However, I need to see how he's actually going to get out of here. And can he get out of here?
He's gonna try to teleport.
Just teleport behind
disappear.
me.
He's gonna disappear again.
Through the wall, and you never see him again.
Who knows where he'll go this time?
Let's see how far. He can double move and just get up there. I guess I'll do that then. How'd you do that really cool thing where you like did the draggy and then you moved them on the drag?
You like right click. Once you pick them up, you start right clicking.
I can't ever fit out whatever.
Yeah, you gotta pick them up first.
Yeah, you gotta get your arrow. Yeah, you just use your regular arrow. Yep. Pick them up and then start right clicking as you.
Yeah, I'm moving like the whole screen. All right. So we'll move 25, 30. So Efilas will move up there and stand there bleeding. And so this thing will roll this first.
That seems good.
Only one.
No more
Good.
blade
You know
cards.
what?
Yeah,
No.
that would have been a
So-
perfect place. For
Here's the thing. We don't particularly care for that thing shooting us from across the room. So I think we're going to shoot it from across the room. So the first thing you see is this spear launch out of the
There's spears
top
in it?
of the
Oh, it just shoots up?
gear
Yeah.
keeper.
Right, then.
Shoots
Miss.
us, yeah.
Yeah, it shoots up. It seems to be coming down in your direction, Helion. It's up to 24.
Oh man, that is
Yeah.
out of reach. Out of reach.
You can't shield that.
No, I mean I could shield, but it wouldn't help me.
Right.
All right. That spear somehow got over.
Yeah, so you take 12 piercing damage
That's-
as a spear hits you.
Yep.
And then it will then move. It really doesn't care about being in between y'all. It's fine with that. It's going to move there. And then it's going to... the Dragonborn hit me harder last time, so we're going to hit the Dragonborn. We're going to try to hit the Dragonborn. That's a 19 to hit the Dragonborn.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So, a blade comes out.
Jeez.
Pretty poor damage roll. So 16 slashing damage. As the blade comes out and cuts you.
So let's get out of here.
Yes.
And so Oma was holding to see what you were going to do. So she's still going to hold until she knows what you're going to do. So Gralres
Holding.
holding as well.
Mhm.
So we get down to Prince Elishu. So Prince Elishu, as you start your turn, you realize that you are a little too close to it, and you take 5 slashing damage just from being beside it as you start your turn.
Jeez.
Only
Whirring blades are just cutting. And Alma's going to go with you, so she's going to take her 5 slashing as well. Are we killing it?
No, we're running. We can't kill this by ourselves. You go, then I'll go. You're on the wrong side of it, so you go first.
So you can take the OA.
I just figured she'd disengage.
Yeah, that's what I was looking up to see if she had anything else to do besides disengage. But I think she's just going to disengage. All right, so she'll disengage. 25, 30. Yep, I can disengage. Okay, yeah. So she disengages and moves to there.
All right. And I'll disengage
Okay.
and move. Did that slide?
Yep.
Neat.
Yeah. All right. So Gralres, you've been holding.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't like everybody that much. All right, so yeah, I'll go 5. He'll start heading down. He'll only go that far. So he'll just move and dodge.
Okay. I thought y'all said the middle passage. Never mind.
We did.
Well,
Yeah, we did.
Somebody did.
somebody did. I don't remember who.
Our stubborn dark gnome
Everyone except
stuck to his guns.
Let's all go down the
You're
middle
one.
one.
He said we could split up, actually.
He did.
Yeah,
He
he
said
said
split
you can
up.
go down that
He
way
wanted
if
to
you
go
want.
down that one, and we all go down.
So you're going on 5 Grotos or 4?
4, I guess, yeah. I was holding to see what they were doing.
Okay. So we go back to the top then. So that is Halion.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. Why this one?
I don't know. I like it.
Halion. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was I don't know. I just like it better.
Ridiculous reason.
Why the middle one?
Because we took the middle
That's a
last
ridiculous reason. Let's go.
time. Consistency.
Sorry. He's and if you haven't noticed, he's angstier than usual.
Halen, I think we've gone
Yeah, I don't know.
right, middle, left.
Oh, there's a pattern? Is that what you're saying?
There's a pattern.
I can't.
Now
Look,
we're
I
getting
can't pay
Well,
attention to patterns
Is it
right
right?
now.
Kinda.
I can't.
Now you are speaking his language.
Can't pay attention right now.
Right, middle. Was that right? Right,
Yeah.
middle, left.
I'm full of holes, by the way.
yeah.
I
Me
think I have
too.
like a sword and a spear through me, probably.
You might want to
still.
take that out.
I don't know. Like,
Your
I might
damage
just
showing
be.
take out.
I might just be sword guy. If any of you are fairly current on Magic Tavern, you just leave the sword in and live with it. Because it's worse if you pull it out. I'll just be sword guy. That's my name from now on Strong Guy Island.
Nice.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so 13.
Everybody,
Efilas, Gearkeeper, Wigbit.
everybody runs. Oh yeah, but Oma and Alashi.
Oh wait, that's a bonus action. Oh, I'm gonna do that. As I'm running, I'm gonna
Heal yourself.
touch myself.
Mm. It's a word. So you're just touching yourself recreationally?
Yep. Right.
We don't judge. Seven life back.
Yep. That helps. I'm still bloodied, but it's better.
Okay. So, Wigbit, what are you doing?
Encouraging Efilas to go. I don't know.
Yeah, I was looking something up for him real quick.
I don't know. I'm either holding or reading something. I guess I'm just holding
Okay.
because I don't know how this is going to go down.
Efilas says, I don't have time to do anything else to help, but here. And he casts something, and the Prince of Laishu, Wigbit, and Oma, you get an extra 5 hit points, and you get an extra 5 hit points onto your max.
Ooh.
Forever?
For the next 8 hours.
All right.
So I've aided you the best I can at the moment. I'm going to go make sure these other two stay out of trouble.
Can you absorb a hit if somebody else takes it?
I can absorb not as much as that thing is doing. I can absorb a little bit if I and he's like, I'll be within range where I'm moving,
Okay.
but it won't be a lot.
Any bit helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, he just wants to make sure you know that he can. He's just chosen not to so far.
That's true. Yeah, could he have done it I don't know,
No, 'cause
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
It has already cast a
Oh, he
spell.
He has to cast a spell.
He
Yeah.
could have done it.
he's got a magic stone.
He's got what?
Doesn't he have a magic stone?
Nope.
You can cast a spell on
So you're holding Wigbit?
I'm holding.
I'm gonna roll this again. Well, then we're gonna kill the closest thing to us because that's well. Can I get up there beside? I can. I can get in between y'all again. Yeah. So it will. Because it was here. It's got plenty of movement. It moves around to avoid the opportunity attacks.
it. Wow, so it's doing a large circle?
So its speed is 60.
Oh, yeah.
Best.
Yep.
So it moves fast. And so it'll get up here, and then it'll it'll take a chunk out of Oma because she's the one that's there. So first
So is
attack
this guy
anyway.
flanking like this?
Nope.
Okay.
18, which
She already had to go around this thing once, didn't she?
Yep.
She just keeps
Might just
spinning
have
around
to-
and getting in her way.
Depending on how many hit she has, she might just have to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, that was us. All right.
Got it.
Nicely.
Yeah, that was ours.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Reroll. Reroll.
Wow.
Reroll.
And
Reroll.
Really?
3 ones.
Why'd you re-roll those again while you're at it?
I'm so impressed right now. Are you guys so impressed?
Very impressed. Best critical ever.
Roll 3 5s and 6s and. Whoa, those are d8s.
That's her Oma damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's better though.
Roll a
All right.
20.
So,
We got
Alicia got a 244.
so what's the number then?
He's adding 7.
10, 15, 20.
Okay.
Is it bloody?
Believe it or not, you're not quite as effective attack as you want it to be. Still, you seem to have taken enough of this thing.
Oh man, let's kill it.
Cut it in half.
Oh man. We've got you now.
But so that was its first attack. And now that you hit it, it's like, hey, this dragon man just hit me, so we're gonna turn around and smack it now. So one blade slashed Olma, the other blade is a 21 to hit Prince Elishu.
Yep. I said, get back here. Let's kill it. We've almost got it. We've got it worn down. It's dropping swords all over the place. It's leaking some strange fluid.
As you take 20 slashing damage.
Oh man.
Come on, guys, we can do
Did that modify his speech at all? Like what you were saying?
You hear him getting stabbed for 20 damage mid sentence.
Is it
Gee,
still on board with the whole let's kill it?
we could do it quickly.
Ooh.
And he's bloodied too.
Yeah.
Not quick enough.
Yeah, so what you were holding.
Yeah, I'm holding till these guys go.
Okay, so 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So it is both their turns. So when their turn starts, they take 8 slashing damage from being beside it. And now you may take your turn.
Man. Yeah, we're running.
Man, I have missed auras.
What?
Fourth Ed had so many auras.
Yeah, a lot of crazy auras.
are getting a high enough level now where we're finding some things with auras.
Bad.
I think auras are great. Oh yeah, they're bad. But
Oh my god.
Jack had an aura, right?
Yeah, he did.
Jack had like 7 auras. Yeah. So she's like, okay, I'll try to go. Yeah, I'll give her that space. She squeezes by. She
It's a
disengages.
ball. Yeah, it doesn't actually fill that corner.
So she will disengage and run by.
All right.
And hold on a second. She might. Oh, it disengages her action. That's right. Never mind. So she can't.
She's not a rogue.
Yeah, she can't do that. All right. So never mind. Yeah, so she.
Level of rogue.
Yeah. So okay. So she disengaged and ran, or stumbled as it was.
I'm gonna disengage.
Alicia went from let's kill it to no, you know what, never mind. Never mind.
Wait, but pick up my spleen as you run by.
Yeah.
So I'll go on 4.
All right.
Can I-
You and Guarez will go.
Can I give Oma a polite shove 1 more square?
Am I just gonna run hard and like slam into her?
Yeah, I mean, I'm if I have to, I'll kind of like pick her up with one hand, kind of shield in the other, and just like walk her back a square.
Sure, I like that. Yeah, so you kind of.
And I'll be shielding toward this thing.
Okay. Shield up towards that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Guarez, what are you doing?
10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Are you going off the map?
No. I was going back the other direction. Yeah. So
No.
run up in front of Wigbet. I want to try this. And he'll draw as if he's drawing an arrow, and you know, he has no weapon in his hand, and a shimmering green arrow forms in the draw and then releases full.
Oh, that's a great way to do that.
Unfortunately, I hadn't typed that up before. But it should be plus.
So you just pulled an arrow like out of thin air and then released it?
Yeah. 21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And it's, let me double check. The damage. Yeah. It takes 13 acid damage immediately, and it'll take 2d4 more acid damage at the end of its next turn. Because Melf's acid arrow.
Melf!
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen that spell in a very long time.
Yeah. Well, that'll be fun.
All right.
Melt the thing.
Yeah, and you see pieces of it melting away.
Good. That's it.
Nice.
What are you doing, little?
Just keep going. I'll be fine.
You like bonus action dodge or something?
Nah, I don't want to waste the key point. I mean, the way it's Johnny's rolling, I don't know how much the dodge would matter. And a +9 to hit, big. He doesn't have to roll that well. Huh?
It's a decent number. Yeah, it's a decent number.
Yeah. He doesn't have to roll high to hit me anyways.
Helion.
Well,
and you're not restricted. I know y'all know this, but I'll just say it. You're not restricted to the map. I mean, I just didn't draw more of the corridor, but the corridor continues if you go that way.
helping myself out a little more.
Touching yourself again?
Yep. I guess I'm talking to myself. Yeah. So I just see more tunnel this way.
Yep. There, there. And it just keeps on keeping on.
All right, let's see. Let me see. Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see 3 corners.
All right. Well, I'll move up there and give it a couple blasts, I guess. I'm just covering the retreat. 24.
Yeah.
So 8 force, and I'll push it.
Okay.
Push it 10 feet back.
So like this direction.
Like
Diagonal.
diagonally back.
Diagonal, like that. Okay.
Can you still see it?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Still got the same corners.
Probably, yeah. Shoot. Well, I guess it's
How many
I
corners
guess
you
it's
got?
got 2 now, so it's got partial cover.
partial cover, but that whatever. Let's see. Oops.
It's partial cover. Plus 2 AC.
I think so, yeah.
19.
With partial cover, that misses actually.
Okay, I shoved it a little bit. I ran. Let's see. So
That doesn't count as a corner?
No, it's the actual corners of the 4 corners,
all right.
as far as I recall.
But that would make it so that big guys can hide more easily.
Uh-huh.
What?
Or they can take advantage of cover more easily.
But that
Yeah,
doesn't
the bigger you are, the easier it is to
to get
behind
covered.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cover.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Take advantage
Makes
of
sense.
cover.
More of you sticking out.
Yep.
But as long as you got your little
No.
toe
More
tucked
of
in
you's
behind the
covered.
boulder.
More of you's covered. That's right.
No.
Yep.
No.
D&D rules.
No.
Oh, by the way, Prince Elatiu,
Yes.
you have 4 more hit points.
Wait, what?
Efilas soaked up 4 of the damage you took a while ago.
Thanks, Efilas.
I mean, like I said, it wasn't a lot, but a little bit. All right. So, and then Halion moves down. Okay, so Efilas and Gearkeeper. So, I was like, are we doing this? Or are we moving? Are we following Halion?
Go on.
Kill it.
Which is why you ran. You ran so we could kill it.
You guys kill it.
You guys kill it. I'll watch.
Yeah, I'll watch
Man, this guy loves running away from a battle, doesn't he?
Man. I mean, this is a slaughter. This thing's
Pretty good solo, I think.
that's a good solo.
Solo. All right, let's kill it.
No, that's right. We can't leave any solos.
Yeah, no.
That's-
Solos. All solos
we
have to
haven't-
die.
I think we have more solos ahead of us.
You know what made this guy extra hard?
That we all just like ran into the room and let it like cone shoot us.
I mean, yeah.
That doesn't help.
All right.
Floating the idea of retreating made it more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not natural.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is not natural. That's I would usually not retreat, but this thing, what the hell is it?
Even roll saving throws well. So that was like cast something at it and nothing happened, and then moves down the corridor because y'all said let's go. And the Gearkeeper takes how much acid damage?
At the end of its turn, it'll take 2d4 acid damage.
All right. Well,
End of its turn, it'll take 5 more.
okay. Oh, that was almost a 6.
It was not a 6.
Guarles, you're standing there.
Correct. I'm its creator.
Yep.
Why?
Or at least I look like its creator, right? We all look the same. Short, grumpy looking. Yeah, no, of course I'm standing there.
Yeah, so it's gonna move up beside you.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's gonna try to chop your head off.
Well, good thing I'm short.
Am I rolling? Am I rolling a disadvantage or anything?
No.
Okay, I don't know if there was a.
No. I didn't spend the key point.
All right. First swing is
Miss.
only a 15.
It's used to fighting taller things. We make it to fight tall things. This is why you don't fear your own machines.
Oh, look
See,
at
I told you.
that.
They can't hit me. The blades are too high.
Yeah, they're like chopping above you, and you're like ducking and like slamming.
Ramirez isn't even ducking. He's just standing there. It's like when a short person walks into like a low room, and they're like, got nothing to worry about. This is fine.
Yeah, and like I don't know if a machine would make noise if it gets angry, but if it did, like it just made a noise that y'all were like, "Oh my god, the machine is now angry," because it's not used to missing. It just missed twice.
It's because it can't hit its creators.
Right, it's malfunctioning. Right, it's malfunctioning right now. It's like kill the creator. I don't know how to kill the creator, but something's happening here. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this thing's operating system right now.
That's great.
Yeah, so that was that's move, attack, and we didn't recharge, and so yeah, that's it. So so that would be Oma and Prince Elishu.
I guess I've got to hold. Say, Growlers, get out of the way so I can hurt it. Attack it and then get out of the way.
No, we're retreating. You just said go.
I hate leaving this thing behind us.
Why? Can we not talk about it? As he is, I mean, obviously, trying not to get hit, flinching, and
Oma limps down the hallway.
yeah. And did you take the extra 5 on him at the end of his turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Making sure.
Yeah, and again, y'all. I mean, I know the chaos of the fight, but y'all get the impression. Like yesterday, maybe Oma might have been a little more like with Prince Elishu, but now she just kind of limps her way down the hallway, almost using her sword as a walking stick, moving quickly. But yeah, catches up with the other two around the corner. So
I know
So
the point of the sword on the ground is like, wait, what? The point of the sword never goes on the ground.
Yeah. But you're holding is what you said?
I'm holding.
Okay. So on 4,
I start my turn.
Guarez, you do take. I can't even do like a lot of auto damage to you.
Just a little off the top.
Little nick, right? Just a little bit off the top. Yep. So 2 damage, 2 slashing, and it is 2 or 3 of your turns if Prince Elishu is holding until 4 or later.
I'm waiting on you, Growrez.
I'm waiting on you. Move. You're in my way.
Go under.
Move.
I'm making room. I'm squeezing.
I'm not squeezing by you again.
Come on.
All right, I'll take my OA.
You're not gonna disengage?
No.
No, because
can't hit him. Can't hit me, right?
No, sure you can. There's your 20.
Ooh.
That's fine.
27 is pretty good.
27 is pretty good.
Yeah. So this blade added in for you. Well, that's pretty low damage though. 15,
not bad.
15 slashing damage.
And let's return one of these. Let's actually hit. Okay. For 10 cold damage.
Okay.
Does seem effective?
Yeah.
Okay. And the acid, I assume the acid seemed effective?
Yeah.
But neither one of those seemed more effective than...
Nope. No, just
throw an acid and we'll miss with that.
yeah. You missed everything on that. You hit the wall with that one.
Wow. Yeah, all the way back here. All right, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. Just Oma.
And I mean, Alma would have made room because she had more movement. So I mean, she actually could have moved down further. So to get out of range of like corners and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So, and Prince and Wigbit.
Is Prince moving?
I don't know.
After you, if you're doing any last or first attack.
What'd you say?
What's that? If you're deciding to attack it.
No, I was gonna defend the rear.
Move past me so I can breathe at it then.
It seems like a waste.
Why are we gonna do it?
You guys are out of the way.
So mad at this ball of swords. So mad.
All right, dexterity save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of damage? What are you breathing out of me? That's it. That's right.
Yeah.
Dexterity save. I'm okay at that. So fast.
Do you just get a level of Dragonborn? Is that why you're finally using it?
I rolled a 7.
I got slowed down by the cold.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think 7 makes it.
7 does not make it.
Whoa! Look at that.
So 15
Big number.
damage.
Yeah. There's blades and some pieces falling away from this thing.
How much of it is
I mean, it's definitely in a lot rougher shape than when y'all first came into the area.
Back. Full of pock marks and dents
Yeah.
from the force bolts.
I hate this, but that's what we're doing. So I'm leaving it like this.
Now we're gonna find out if it can squeeze.
So are you moving?
Yes.
Okay. And Wigbit, are you also? Yeah. So if you spend your turn like moving around the corner, like I won't continue to draw the corridor. And then, so we'll say, so y'all get around the corner and y'all can't see it and it can't see you. So Halion, it is your turn now.
Is this thing evil?
What? No. Sperfnepla made it. Can't be evil.
It's just a machine.
Did I get a sense that it's an evil machine?
Is there such a thing as an evil machine?
I don't know. I've never seen one of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, yeah, you've definitely never seen one of these things, so it's sort of hard to answer that question. Gravis did tell you that it was made by the deep gnomes, who, generally regarded as a good, if grumpy people, but a good people. So, 90% of constructs, I don't know if that's that, I'm just making that number up, but a high percentage of constructs are generally not aligned.
All right. I don't care about it.
We're just going to leave it back there?
Yes.
But what are we down here for?
Not to destroy
but
a ball of swords.
Or get it all cut up.
Right.
yeah, cut us to ribbons. We've got to kill it.
Oh, why?
Or we've
Still
got
haven't-
plenty ahead of us.
This isn't the goal.
No, it's not the goal.
We're losing people left and right. We don't need to pick extra fights with giant balls of swords.
We don't need to have a ball of swords behind our potential retreat line.
Just run past it next time instead of walking past.
I don't think we're getting out that way anyway.
It's assuming we ever get out.
It's almost dead. Halion, I bet that if you shot a couple of those, whatever those are,
Do you want to pop out and shoot and hide, that might work. It's far better than standing around it. That seemed him to slash you just standing next to it.
Yeah, don't get near it.
But if you want to take turns shooting or whatever, force at it, and that's fine. We don't need to be getting cut.
Fine.
Hey, Leon, make a perception roll since you're up on that before you move back to the other direction.
Okay. Let's see. Perception. Where are you?
Actually, that's good enough. When you were up over here,
Yeah.
And you were looking ahead as you were looking back, you noticed that, say, pretty much right at the edge of your vision, you could make out what appeared to be some more of that dark, that magical, dark, misty stuff that y'all came through.
So would you
So
like?
you kind of yeah, you're about to like turn around and go, and you just kind of catch your corner of your eye, and like, is that what I think that is? And it's like I said, it's like it's like off the map essentially, but it's right on the edge of your vision.
So would you like to take time destroying this before we step into more of that mist that we've been encountering on occasion down here?
Oh god.
The mist.
Yeah.
Since Efilas, that's no good.
No, it is not.
Might be worth having other options of paths if one of them doesn't have the mist, but I imagine they all might.
Well, we could certainly try one of the other ones, perhaps the middle, and see if there's any.
I hope it's full of darkness and poison and 1,000 illithid. I hope it is.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's probably completely empty and leads to the end of the game.
Yeah. No, I want to. Yeah, I want to try to find a path that's not missed if possible. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up here and do some blasting.
Okay.
All right, you stupid ball of swords.
Okay. Miss.
that didn't count.
Let's see. I missed with that before. Okay, fine. All right, second one. Not worth it. Third one. There we go.
That's it.
12 force damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I want to?
Chunks of blades blast off this thing.
Do I want to push it? Yeah, I think I can. I think I can push it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll push it.
This is one of those weird situations where did it technically have cover even though it's fully filling the entrance, and how could you miss?
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I just shoot it at the hole.
You can only hit the wall on its four corners, so it's pretty well covered right now.
Yep.
You hit the wall.
Yeah.
That's a good
You can
cover.
only see right.
Yeah.
No, just shoot it.
So you wanted it there?
Yeah, because
That
then I
direction?
can still.
Now you actually have 3 corners, so you're good.
That can't possibly be right.
Well, I think it's DMG that you got to be checking out.
Oh, that wanted to be a crit. That was so
Almost
easy.
there.
I almost rolled over
That was a hit.
for 7 force.
Okay. Yeah, more blades explode off of it.
All right. Well, here I am. Now it's going to recharge and shoot towards down the hall. Kill me.
Wait, you didn't leave move left?
No,
Not enough to get back.
not to get
Well, we
past.
should have.
Not to get past 4 of you.
Can we
How
say that
fast
we
do you
like?
think I am?
No, there's no flashbacks. Wrong
No,
game.
I mean, it's like we
No.
waited until
Look,
somebody got out of the way.
I'm not going into that mist if I don't have to. So
Sure.
this is fine.
But we could have done a thing where you just step out like 3 squares and shoot, and then 3 squares back.
Nope, we didn't plan it because we were
Yep.
planning to go forward.
Yep.
That's what I meant to do.
Well,
The old shoot and retreat.
We didn't do it.
When did the barbarian become more strategic than?
Since he lost his oldest friend.
Yeah, this party is a mess.
Never gone to battle with are dead.
That bag of
This party is just a mess.
that bag of ash talking to him, hearing things.
Well, it can see a target, so it's gonna throw a target.
Right, it's got spears.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the spears. But it just goes up out of the top, right? And then it can't make it down the hall. So, oh well, guess it missed.
I mean that might happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Yep. See,
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
Right up.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first spear, it does hit like the ceiling, and
The whole
and then
first part.
like, it's sort of like, hey, I need to recalculate.
Yeah,
and so
why
it
did you say
brings
first?
Yeah,
then it
recalibrating.
brings it down again. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. Hold on, we need to do better. 21. Is the shield coming up?
Yep.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Miss.
Yeah.
Now.
So it recalibrated, was coming at you, and then the shield comes up and it hits off the shield and
Clang.
slams into the wall. And yeah. And again, you never heard a machine before, but like there's like angry sounds coming from this thing. Yeah.
Grinding gears.
Yeah, the gears are definitely grinding right now. Yeah, so there we go. That was my thing. Efilas is like, so
If you'll just wait, we could maybe get out of your way if you want to pop out and blast it.
I mean, he's been so incredibly ineffective so far. He might as well just stay back there.
That's why he didn't heal you, or
Fine.
prevent damage for you.
I'm on my feet.
yeah, you actually hear a chuckle come from Efilas.
I mean, he shot fire at it twice and then mumbled some words and did nothing.
That's what he did. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I should have him step out and kill it just so he can get the kill. But Efilas isn't petty, so he's gonna hold. Prince Elishu and Oma. Oma like slumps to the floor. She's pretty beat up, but she also slumps to the floor rather sullenly.
All right.
Charge.
That's 4, 5, 6. I can't make it to him, but I can throw hand axes from here.
Yeah.
If I roll good enough on these, will something good happen?
One way to find out. That's pretty good.
That's it.
Wow.
I mean, you're proficient with them. Don't you at least get your strength?
7.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
7. Okay. Okay. The hand axe sticks in it.
All right.
19 is a hit because I don't have partial cover. Another hand axe sticks in it.
12
But
more.
it's still worrying. It's still worrying. There's not a lot left to it.
Oh, man. Say anybody else. We got.
Are we on 4?
There we are on 4.
All right, Growrez will step up.
Goes.
I was like, I'm going to get the kill.
Fine. 18.
That is the number.
It's got plate mail.
Oh,
Or 7 acid.
7 acid is more than 5. Oops. Yeah, so your acid pouch hits it and it smoke starts to rise from it, and it just collapses to the ground in a heap of broken weapons and metal and
axes.
axes.
Continue forward.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That was a nice piece of work.
I like it better now.
Is that's something your people make?
Yeah, suppose.
Are we
Looks
near
like
one?
our type of craft.
Are we near one of your cities, or?
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't remember.
I'm going to inspect it, see what parts are made out of.
What it's made of?
Yeah.
Adamantine.
Yeah, that's all. Just it's a pile of adamantine weapons on the ground.
Weapons.
That's why they hurt so much.
That's right.
Yep.
Let me find it. There it is. No, it's not. It's made of metal. I mean, it's got a bunch of gears inside of it, which, you know, I don't know how proficient you are in gears, but yeah. So something makes all this happen. And obviously, with it being so big, I mean, it's got a lot of them that are in there. They're all interconnected, and they work in some way that I would say maybe one of you might have a understanding of.
Like
Gnome.
gnomish.
Yeah.
I mean, might have some basic understanding. He is an alchemist, not a tinkerer. But yeah, he'll take a little time to study it and see if there's any components in it that would be worth.
Would Wigbit have ever encountered a construct like that? Was freaky for him.
Yeah, like in the swamp?
Probably not a lot of those things in the swamp.
No.
No, definitely not one of these things.
Yeah, just get
I mean, just a construct in general. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of.
The kind you find in the swamp are like a flat kind of boat thing with a big fan on the back.
I got one of those. I didn't bring it.
Few people with mullets on board.
The only construct things that you've seen would have been either a couple of the Durgar hammerers.
That's true. Yeah,
right.
They're like humanoid. That I don't know.
So they're essentially humanoids, like strapped into like a construct apparatus, and there's not a lot left of the humanoids that are strapped in there. So, I mean, there's some construct things there, and then I believe, yeah. So way back in the Vecna Temple, the Shield Guardian is also a construct.
Yeah. That's true.
And we
So
did that.
But I mean, you know, for the most part, those things look. I mean, they're not obviously
like
they're not humanoid, but they look humanoidish. This thing looks like a machine.
Yeah, they're shaped.
You know, so yeah, you've never seen anything looking like a machine before. That was like just trying to kill you.
Yeah, that was scary.
If you have an idea of what a machine is, yeah. Efilas comes back around. Well done.
Well, now hopefully we can find a better passage.
Now we
Yeah,
have to go and make choices.
I would prefer to avoid the magical darkness as much as we can.
Yes.
Every other time this happens, though, it's every way. So
Well,
I'm not hopeful.
We got next to Omo, grab out his alchemy kit, start putting some stuff together for about the next 10 minutes, depending.
she looks at you and says, "Don't bother."
No, I'm going to bother.
Wigbit will start checking out to see, and I've got the moon sword out, so I can
Okay.
at least see 30 feet or whatever. Is there mist eventually?
So you go down at least as far as you did over here, and you do not see any mist. It's just regular darkness.
We go a little further.
Okay. And same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You see a passageway. You do notice that it does seem to slope down a little bit as you're walking down it.
Good sign.
No mist over there. Goes down.
Good.
No, had this middle one.
Okay. Do not find any mist there as well. And you go again at least as far as you do in this other one, but it does not. It seems again fairly level as things can be around here.
No mist level.
Gnomes.
Hey, we wouldn't have killed this thing if we went your way.
Pick the
If we
only
went your
wrong
way,
one.
we wouldn't have even gotten any XP.
What? I don't even know what that word means.
It's for Niplin for experience.
I didn't need that experience. Would have preferred to just continue and to not missed.
Hmm.
Well, it was a horrifying experience.
Efilas' book is out. It's been out since the battle's been done. Just
I
busy.
wonder whether or not, or I guess not whether, but how many of my kin they have able to make one of these. Because looking at it like this is not like sort of Neplin design, but actual make.
Mm-hmm.
You think that some of your people were forced to make this for the Illithid?
Isn't that what the Illithid do?
I guess, yeah. How do they make it think?
Think.
It didn't. It just attacked us. There's no thinking involved.
Oh, attacking requires some thinking.
Some kind of magic. Never really got into tinkering. I've read Johnny, I assume it's some type of magic that controls its. Because there's no computer programming. Yeah.
Yeah. It says constructs are magically imbued at some point to make them usually the will of the creator, although I suppose they can be taken over and reprogrammed, for lack of a better word.
Remagic.
Remagicked. So, which way are we continuing?
I vote for the middle way.
Stay flat instead of going down.
Yes, shall we go down the middle?
Actually,
Yeah, let's follow you. No one's gonna die that way.
What?
You heard me. No one's gonna die following you around. We'll all be fine, right?
I imagine you will be, yes.
Other than Dak.
Well, he didn't follow me, he got in front of me.
Oh, that's the difference. Gotcha. I'll stay behind you from now on.
Good plan.
So British.
It's this place, says Alma. This is what it does to us. Let's go.
Yes, let's.
Did our 10 minutes pass?
Yeah, I was gonna say Growlers is still.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Oh, we're taking the 10. Oh, you're taking 10 minutes. Okay, then yeah. I mean, if there was like a specific purpose of taking the 10, then
Yes. Yeah.
okay. Then yeah, 10 minutes.
Oma.
If we were just gonna stand around and like gripe at each other.
Oma, get Oma back a little bit.
Ooh.
15.
Whoa.
Any monstrosities any of these ways?
No.
Okay.
Is that like just a permanent thing for you now?
A minute. Yeah, I can just.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's neat.
What's it
There's a
called?
real range.
Primeval awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the revised version, I think. The other version made you spend a spell slot, like the regular version.
No, that's
But I think you got it sooner. Maybe, I don't know.
So the middle passage, huh? Okay. All right. So you start heading down the middle passage, and
Growlers
Like I
will
said-
go back ahead despite what he said. Get out of the light. Go back to scouting.
okay.
The light chill out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, just you follow this passageway, and it is, like I said, it's mainly level. You don't feel yourself going down or up. You feel, and you move again for, 15 or so minutes, as near as you can tell, and you can see up ahead that there's another opening, like a cavern of some kind.
I'll go check it out quietly.
And so when you get up to this opening, as you kind of sneak up, you can see that there is an assortment of enemies here, if you will. There's some Grimlocks, there's some Duergar. You do see that there are 6 deep gnomes. There are 2 brain eaters, and there's a mind flayer. And then pretty close to the mind flayer, you see a humanoid looking figure that make a nature roll.
Sure. Well,
so the reason you were rolling the nature roll is that you realize that this humanoid you're looking at is not natural.
okay.
And the figure is dressed in like tattered cloth. And as you're just kind of looking at it, and like, it looks not natural. Like its skin is like flaking off, and and I don't know how much experience Growlers has with undead, but if you can't
remember. Let's go with that.
I was saying, so it's definitely a ghoulish looking figure that's standing there, and it has a staff in its hand.
That's no good.
Middle passage, you say, huh?
Yes.
I'll
Clearly
head back.
the right one.
And the other thing you notice is that you don't see any other passageways out of that cavern.
Okay.
Now you didn't spend a lot of time
But
really
glancing around.
looking, and it's a pretty big cavern. But from what you can see with your dark sight, you don't see any passageways, at least in the first 2/3 of this cavern.
I'll head back to them again. Put my hands up as I get close enough for them to see. There's quite a number of creatures up there. Illithid, nothing, some type of flaky humanoid. And Grimlocks. And I couldn't see the whole cavern, but I didn't really see a way out of it. Doesn't mean there isn't. Just
The other paths didn't lead to that same place.
I didn't see anything, but I didn't see everything.
Well, unless those are our goal, then that doesn't seem like the way we should be going.
Or that the force is put there to prevent us from proceeding the way they do not wish us to go.
Could be some type of secret passage or another portal of some sort.
Should we peek down the other path? How long did we go down this path?
15 minutes or something like that?
Think so? Johnny frozen?
Yes.
For me.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm back.
okay, he's back. Good.
Y'all froze for me for. I think I heard most of what y'all were saying though. So
So
Yeah,
we go
about-
15 minutes.
To get here?
yeah,
So it may not be too bad to
Yeah.
backtrack just to see the other
Other way.
choice.
Yeah. It's good to have choices.
All right.
yeah.
So we going?
Either way, are we in any condition to?
Take on that force. I was wondering the same thing.
We'd probably want to wait some time for us to rest up before we would try and take that on. That sounds.
Except we just rested.
I just mean like an hour or so, just to tend to our wounds a little bit.
Especially if you would like my any side eyes Helion protection.
All right, fine. We'll squeeze past everybody and start heading back the way we came.
So 15 minutes back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you get back to here.
We resting here, or are we checking the other path first?
Well, we kind of assume that one way or another we're going to end up running into something, right?
Well,
Yeah.
we may as well know which way we're going before we go anyway. I mean, before we take a break before continuing, I mean.
We may not be able to take a break though if we.
Head down a
If you
passage.
said the wrong thing.
I get spotted.
Well, don't get spotted then.
Grara sits down, takes out his alchemical supplies, starts working on something.
I think let's go ahead and get that rest in now, so you guys can. I mean, you look kind of rough, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
Pretty bad.
Hey, he's a sword bearer, remember?
I was. Yep.
You should
I was.
probably take that out.
No, it's
The whole
fine.
time he's just been walking around with it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Really, it's fine.
You really look. You look rough.
No, it's fine.
That's what fine is.
Yes. I'm on my feet, am I not?
You're bleeding profusely.
Oh, yes, that will stop eventually.
Well, let's wait for that eventual.
What?
Let's wait for that eventual stopping of the bleeding. Give it an hour or so.
I mean, I would hope it would be stopped by then. Would anyone like to explore this passage while we wait? Do we all wish for a rest?
Yeah, let's rest first, and then let's proceed.
So we hang for an hour.
Or try.
Okay. Yeah. You hang, and it's again, it's not the most comfortable experience, but the hour passes without any kind of intrusion. The
Those
dice.
rapid hit dice, guys.
Getting rolled.
Rough.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
At least you started off well, and then it was just. Oh my lord.
I guess I'll use
There
another
we go.
one.
There you go.
That's better.
Oh my. There
So
we go.
many hit dice.
All right, that was great.
All right, well, look, I'm not bloodied anymore. That's cool.
Oh, did you get the hour?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Growlres, yeah, I guess I should. Yeah, Growlres will create some more packets of fun, because he was getting kind of low.
There.
Almost like, okay, fine, I'll reluctantly heal. Why didn't Wigbit just kill me earlier?
I have an ally now. Now I feel bad for her. I don't want to kill her anymore. Her and Haley and both are just so sad.
Somber mood.
It's not fun to kill sad things.
It's only fun to kill the angry things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Killing sad things just makes you sad.
Let's do one more of those. Ooh. I don't know. Y'all talking about Oma rolled pretty well.
She
She
did.
doesn't even want to be alive.
Are you guys just empty vessels right now? Is that what you are?
Basically.
With no guidance?
Yep. Don't even know what I'm here for.
That's a problem. You put all your eggs in one basket, man. You gotta...
I don't know what you mean.
All your guidance came from one source.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Nah, I use my head. Sometimes I use my gut. Sometimes I use
Two-headed worm. Whatever direction one of the heads points. Right direction.
Oh, I just got one. Oh, yeah, two-headed worm.
Yeah. You got the screaming doll.
Yep.
Sometimes it can be enlightening, sure.
Yeah. I mean, what's the price we pay for the awful power that we are given?
The wings.
Eventually.
There's the wings.
And so, who did not? It was Helion. Who did I give hit points to earlier?
Me.
Me.
That's one of them.
And
Oma.
And Oma.
So, when you're done with the rest, Efilas cast something, and so Helion and Growlres, you have an extra 5 to your max, and an extra 5 right now. I guess that's how you put it.
The max. Yeah.
Do what?
The max.
The max.
Not mattering right now.
Still well below.
So you did that. So. And so you're gonna go down this other passageway.
Well, maybe I'll spend one.
Yeah, down
more
there.
of these. Maybe I'll do one more.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Ooh, there it is.
Using one of the big
You
ones.
You just needed Efilas's aid. That's what it was.
No, I needed to tap into my warlock side.
Ah.
I
Oh.
had to ask the Raven Queen for a little help. Like, I'm cut off from Selene right now. Could you give me a little something? He was happy to.
She was.
Tempting you.
Like, where you been all my life? Let's go.
Look, I've been busy recently.
Yeah, I'm busy talking to the other one. That's fine. That's fine.
Well, she's got me on this whole, thing. It's It's really complicated.
It's fine.
You've got like a 3-way relationship going right now with a couple of guys.
Right.
Really it is. Really is. You only call when you need. You only call when you need. Only call when you need something. That's fine. Yeah. So you proceed down this other passageway for, again, 15 minutes, and you're heading down now. You can easily detect it, and the rest of you are starting to get used to this Underdark marching, so you can start to feel a little bit of it. And as you get, let's say, 14 minutes down the passageway, Grauraz, you spot ahead more of that sickly green light that you saw in that passageway where you melted all the stones that were in the wall.
More fun stones.
More sick stones.
How many of those do I see this time?
It's a great question. Let me.
Did you make some of those pouches? Gonna burn through them?
Yep, about to burn back through them if we continue this way.
4.
Yeah. So I'll let them catch up.
Okay. So y'all catch up, and Grauraz is standing there.
Point out the stones ahead, because they got a little bit of a glow to them, don't they?
Yeah, it's like a sickly green light.
Yeah. I'll point them out. So if we're going to keep going, I'll have to get past those again. But the question of we're going this way or if we're going back, rather not waste any of my resources.
Can somebody else? Alien, do you think you can destroy them?
Perhaps. I haven't tried, but I could.
Wasting too much energy.
I can certainly try and see what happens. Perhaps they will shatter. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll stand back just in case.
Go ahead and get behind him.
That's right. I'll try Eldritch Blasting. Eldritch Blasting one of them, I guess, and see if it shatters.
Okay, make a hit roll.
Probably gonna. No, I think I hit it.
Yeah. So it hit, and it burst. And so when it burst, you can see the light that comes off of it, but then it just kind of fizzles out.
Well, apparently yes.
Nice.
Shall I continue?
If you don't mind, that might be.
And if like you take the time, since it's a cantrip for you, you eventually
6 seconds.
blow them all up.
Depends on if that 11 hits or not.
Yeah, I'll give you the 11. They're just
right.
little stones in the wall. It's not real hard to
So
miss.
6 seconds. Yeah. Kaboom.
Yeah.
No, I got 12 seconds.
Yeah.
6. I'm not using sorcery points for that.
No. I blow up
I
rocks.
make 6 attacks against the wall. Yeah. So they fade away.
Grauraz will head on ahead.
Okay. And like after another minute, so when you get like just past that and just far enough down from it where you couldn't see it before, there is a right passage and then another fork. Right passage, left passage.
No, wait for them to catch up.
Okay.
Another fork.
Well, suppose we have 2 ways to explore now then.
Right, could lead back to the back end of that room. Perhaps. Oh, we've gone down though. If it goes down.
Yeah. Unless it goes back up.
Let's check out right first and see if it does lead back up.
All right. I'll head right.
So you actually go right this time?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
okay.
Why wouldn't I?
All right. It was Wigman that said it. You're right.
Right.
Yeah. So you follow the right passageway, like you enter it and you go down maybe 300-400 feet, and you see a magical, misty darkness ahead of you.
Oh.
Other way.
Like that one.
Yep. Head back. Let them know. We go left.
Okay. So you take.
You know, at some point we're gonna have to go through.
We're gonna have
to go through it again.
No, we
That's
just gotta go kill a bunch of things. And then
We'd
we'll
rather go kill like a room full of
Yes.
everything.
It's
It'll look a lot different after 2 fireballs go through it.
Right.
true. And especially if we start with 2 fireballs.
Yep.
Always start with fireballs.
Yeah.
Alvarez, I'm throwing you to the back, man. I'm throwing you to the
Illithid.
Illithid. We cannot just let an Illithid sit back.
Another 15 minutes or so of travel in the floras. After it had gone down for most of the previous 15 minutes, it levels out now. Again, as much as these things can go. And you travel down, and Growers, you spot, you smell it first, and then you can see it. And there's a gaseous quality ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Middle one it is.
I mean,
and the passageway does continue. I mean, it continues through it, but
depending
you
on
would have to.
how much time we have on the other side, we could go through it, or before we go through it, I could try and fortify each of us. So it'll just take some time.
And Efilas says from the back, I can also help with that. If this is the way we want to go.
I don't think we really know.
All we really know at this point is that one of these passages so far has proven to hold creatures of great evil that we can purge from this place.
Is that why we're down here? Just to purge evil?
Well, oh, that wasn't these characters. Never mind. I've got nothing to add.
I thought
We're looking for a prism? I don't know. Like, what are we?
we're looking for a drill down or
Yeah,
a big brain.
right. So those are the things we're looking for. Should we just ask somebody for directions?
I mean,
Excuse me, you see a woman walking around here, like a brain attached to her head.
Yeah, like her skull, the top is open, and there's a
Yeah.
brain in it.
yeah. There's also like a dragon head statue. Have you seen one of those recently? We were looking for one.
Yeah. We're looking for the vanishing. Anybody see it?
Well, if I knew that there was a group coming along and destroying all my minions and tracking me through this place and coming after me, then I would certainly put any remaining minions I had in the best place to stop, or the most important place to stop them.
Yeah, you wouldn't have that army just sitting there for nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure both of you would throw minions in front of you.
Well, I generally find that fireballs in front of me works quite well.
Crores,
Sure does. Yeah.
do you know how your people there that were being controlled, presumably?
I would assume.
Do you know how that works? Could we knock them out and bring them back as their
Illithid
former
are,
selves?
Illithid are a creature of legends. I know as much as you do about them.
Efilas, do you know of how the mind flayers?
Make a die roll. Anybody can make an Arcana roll if you want to.
Nope.
If you feel like you might have some idea. DCs can vary. Oh, well, that was rolled a 29, so it's
I mean, Efilas knows.
17 is not bad, dude. So, Grarez, what you have heard of the creatures of legend is that once they've made something their thrall, it's not impossible to unthrall them, but it is highly unlikely once they've gotten a hold of your brain. And then, as you're thinking that, Efilas says essentially the same thing, and he says, "From what I've read of and been told of Illithid is that once it requires powerful magic to undo a thrall."
Do you have that magic?
No, I do not. It's on the level of there's a spell called Wish, and it I mean, I know it sounds very simple, but it's not, and it is very powerful magic, and it is one of the spells that is needed. I do believe I could help with some of the other parts, but that magic is beyond even me.
You'd need to wish at it, and what else? You'd have to do that and something else?
Yeah, it requires that magic and then some restorative magic, such as I have helped some of you out at some point with when we've been in a restoration type spell.
So that magic you do have.
Yes, I can do that part, but the other stuff is beyond me.
I see.
Is there any way we could
I can offer them a clean death.
keep a hostage and get information out of them? I mean,
If they're being controlled by the Illithid, I don't know how much information they're going to be able to give us.
Grelrose, would that be okay with you?
If you try to get information,
No. Not them. I don't think that we can get any information from them. But if we offer the gnomes that have been made thralls a clean death,
oh, you're saying go back and fight them?
yes.
And if we're not going to go through this, then that really leaves that as an option unless we wanted to go back down that tunnel that seemed to go back. Which doesn't seem like that would be helpful.
Or the other passageway when we woke up.
Right? All the way back to the original chamber.
But that's a little ways back, so.
Question is, how far do we want to backtrack before we go forward?
I mean, I agree with Halion that it makes some sense to defend, and I'm sure that's what we need to head towards.
All right, let's go take another fight.
So, that's how we're going.
Yeah, we're gonna go pick a fight.
Yeah. So as you're walking that way, Efilas is so. I understand in your last big battle that you had a tactical an idea, and it seemed to work pretty well from what I could tell.
I agree.
Do we have a similar idea?
I have an idea. We shutter the lantern once we're close, and Halion's up front. Halion begins the battle with fireballs. The fireballs are the signal to light the lantern. We go in after. The space was small. The space was large. How big was the space?
It was quite large. It was pretty big, as I understood. Yeah.
So we need to draw them in first. Would we need to draw them in before?
Man, last time that didn't work so well.
It
I mean,
ended
they were spread out that you could see Groros.
They were pretty well spread out. Last time we tried to wait to draw them in, we all got
The problem we need somebody to get back to deal with the mind flayer that stands in the back. I think that's maybe the one modification we need on our plan.
I mean, I might be able to do that.
Or I can get.
And I could as well.
I can get back there as well.
We need one of us or two of us even need to get back there.
Or if Elishu and Wigbit. How do you recall how far away the mind flayer was from the entrance?
Johnny did.
I mean, so just like in the last room, it was like right on the edge of your vision.
Right on the edge of my vision. Pretty far back.
Well, Wigbit and Elishu, if there was a clear path to get back there, would you be willing to rush at the mind flayer?
And that'll take some time for sure.
Not as much time as you think.
Yeah.
I believe I can restrict the illithid while we deal with everything else. If I'm doing that, I will not be able to do a whole lot else. I will have to hold it in place.
So
Does that
stop it from doing everything that it does?
or just
Yes.
moving?
It will not be able to do anything
Well, that would be
unless this is a special illithid.
I mean, the problem is. I mean, they've all been named so far, so.
If it's the illithids that I have fought and have seen you fight down here, then I should be able to hold it. But if it is a creature,
more special.
If it's a creature of greater power, then I do not. I do not know.
That would work well. Great. Go with the old plan deal with that later. And if that fails, then we'll get somebody back there. But we can't do it.
Did you not say there was another fellow with a staff?
There's flaky in the staff.
That might be
Flaky.
a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. The skin was kind of falling off, I guess.
Huh.
But not like, not like flaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it look like that illithid we fought on the bridge?
Yeah.
No,
it
because
didn't
it
look
looked humanoid, right?
like yeah.
Regular humanoid.
Had no illithid features about it.
But I mean, flaky like that one did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, same kind of.
So do you think that it is of the undead?
I suppose.
There's an undead with a staff.
Could use a new staff.
I didn't know that undead could do that.
Well,
So that means that it was standing next to the illithid, right?
yeah.
Well, then that means that there's two things back there we might have to worry about. Might not be the best to just send the two of you running forward.
If one of them is held and the other we cut down with great alacrity,
We can hope.
it'd be a gamble.
I feel even more equipped now to deal with multiple critters.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to see how the level 8.
So I might actually be better for holding in front of like Halion and Efilas or something.
Then I could go with a lay shoot.
We can flank one and kill it, and then flank the other and kill it.
Right.
All right. So we have a plan.
We have
So
half a plan.
half a plan. And so we're marching to victory as the episode closes.
Yeah. Victory.
Total victory.
Victory. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
Thanks.
And we'll see if we can roll this room of very evil things next Thursday.
In this completely cohesive group.
Yes. Well, this is a love fest. Love fest in this part.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
This seems like a good day.
We'll see about that next time.
Yep.
We'll see.
All right. See you next time, everybody.
Sunday.
Blades in the dark.